I saw one of your cats at the seed plant. Black one, I don't know. It was getting ready to cross the road when I was going by. Oh, okay. Well, I thought maybe you gave them a couple of them too. Hey, Steven, how you doing, brother? As you can probably see, I'm beat, man. Hey, Trapper Dad, how you doing? Lance Eastridge, how you doing, my man? I was wondering if you sent me any game cameras. Hey, Jim D. Wow, everybody's showing up. Look at that. Right on, Trapper Dad. Hey, Jeff. You said some. Good deal. Hey, Trapper Bob, how you doing, man? I come right from bait, and I went home and grabbed a quick bite to eat, and oh, that's awesome, Lance. I want to know what's in these bait piles, because I just can't see a coyote lifting some of that stuff out of there. I'm hoping they're not a bear, but you know, I'm getting the bait out, 20 tons of it so far in 22 days, so. Hey, Tony. Glad you could make it, brother. David? No, I'm going to shave once more. Shave on the 21st, and that'll be it. That'll be the first day I bring home a dog if I get lucky. Right on, Lance. I'm glad. I'd like to know what's in there, because like I say, there's yesterday in that mud, I was coming down a mud road, and I could see a deer was being all erratic in the tracks, and I got out and looked, and I was talking to Lonnie on the phone, and there was a cougar chasing it, so. Hey, Herman. Glad you could make it, brother. Chad Sapp, I thought you were going to call me the other night, buddy. I waited for you, but hey, Gab, right on time, buddy. No snow here, bud. Not yet. Yeah, you know what? I could do without the bears, Jeff. They'll find your bait pile, and you might as well abandon it, because they'll sit there and they won't even hibernate if they got a steady source of food. So, and I don't need to be feeding a bear all winter. They are seeing them, like, I don't know if you remember Todd from fishing. He had one right on the street in front of his house. That's not scrolling again. The temperature is going to be 20 degrees tomorrow, Stephen, which is about 70. So I don't have bait on the truck, and I'll probably go get it tomorrow, but I ain't putting it out in that heat. Hey, Roger. Glad you could make it, brother. Amanda, how are you? I got an arrow in there. There we go. If my shirt was not stolen, I would have had them already. Ah, that sucks, man. And I don't have any left, so. No doubt, Jeff. No doubt. Omnivore's right. What can you say? Just woke up. What time is it there? It's like 6 o'clock here now, I think. Yeah, there's a few of them, actually, buddy. There is a few of them. I actually, on one of my videos, I think it was 2 ago maybe, I saw one in the crown, so that bait's just been getting hammered. Even the gray bait today was just nothing left. 8 a.m. Oh, it's 6 p.m. here. Yeah, we were like 17 today, so that'd be like 65-ish, somewhere in there, and it's supposed to be 70 tomorrow. Right on, Lance, I'm happy. That makes me happy, because like I said, I'd like to know what's in on those baits, because man, that one bait had 600 pounds taken out of it in one night. I mean, come on. I'd like to see nothing but dogs in there, but nice. Nice, Jeff. Oh yeah, you said you were going to call me that night, and you never did, so. Hey, Bull, how you doing, my friend? Glad you can make it, brother. Like I said, I'm probably looking like tired right out, but I've been carrying a lot of bait. And you know, as for as good as that Sawyer's cross bait is, that is the worst one to carry bait into because there's so many trees down. I'm stepping over trees and can't wait, Chad. See you when you get back, buddy. I'm already a few ahead of you, I'm sure. I'm calling them anti-inflammatories tonight, not beer. Oh, David. I don't have any yet, but they're on their way. That's why we've been getting Lance is sending me 3 of them, so. Oh, you bet, loudmouth soup. I'm not allowed to smoke in Pete's house now. Can you believe that? So I'm not gonna be a prick and not let him smoke in my house when he comes over, but when I want to go out for a smoke, he's got to step in and say hi to you guys and cover for me, so. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there you go. David Lance is sending me some. I don't know what you mean, got you mixed up with someone else. I've only known one guy that looks like they shaved a gorilla's ass and taught him to walk on his hands, and that'd be you. So I take that, Scab. Hey, Jerry. I'm glad you could make it, man. Another guy that supports my channel a lot. Appreciate all of you, that's for sure. Well, you know what, Jeff? Most of the dogs that are out there right now have no idea who Triple Nickel is. They're two breeding seasons since I was there, so might be both at once, Steven. He's got a pretty high deck. You might even hear it if I was doing both. You know, Scab, that's not by accident either, eh? Yes, we have. My tomatoes are done, Trapper Bob. They're wasn't supposed to freeze the one night, and the night before it was supposed to freeze, and I went out and looked at them. They never froze, and just such small tomatoes. Like the things are a tree, but I don't know what. It's this GMO shit they're trying to push on us. I'm sure of that. Ronnie, how are you, brother? They are. You betcha, Trapper Dad. You gonna come out and run my line with me a couple of times this year? See if we can rub some of my subscribers off on you too. You take care of yourself, Lance. Glad you could stop by even just to say hi, man. Christian, how are you, man? Glad you could make it. Hey, Mark. Yeah, you know what? I missed it too, Mark. Right on, Trapper Dad. I'm not saying your name because, well, you changed it. I don't know if you still run Cross Stakes Predator Trapper too, or Ronnie. I'm tired, man. You know what? When I first started baiting, 6 tubs would take me like 3 or 4 jumps. I'd turn my bait tub upside down and sit on it and catch my breath. Now I'm doing it all in one. I've dropped almost 20 pounds, I think. I'm not much for stepping on a scale, but all right on, Trapper Dad. But Pete's got one, and I'm going to wait until I'm feeling cocky, and then I'm going to stand on it. Figure another couple weeks. I don't want to see a big number. I want to see something under 220, so I might be there now. I'm not sure. I know it didn't take long for that gut to go away. Not all the way, but I mean most of the way. I will, Steven. I'm trying. That's what I said. Most of my bait piles now, I walk downhill when I'm loaded up and uphill when I'm empty. So no doubt, Scab. I don't have them either in my house. So I figure if you're comfortable at the weight you're at, who cares what the weight is, right? Beautiful night, no wind. I was just sitting outside having smokes because Pete won't let me smoke in the house. I would, but how would that work? I guess I could just unplug it and take the whole dish it's in. You know what? I quit baiting those ones that I can't trap until after deer season on December 2nd. They're gonna get bait once a week, just enough to keep them happy and coming back. You're going out for a smoke? I am. Oh, you suck. You absolutely suck. Okay, where was it? Ronnie. Yeah, I'm beat, buddy. It's just every day, man, unloading like a ton of bait every day into the bush, so they're gonna be good though, they're gonna be get caught their head in a ram and they're just gonna go, oh, I had a good life and drop over dead. They're not gonna even fight, they'll be so fat. They'll never catch a deer after I'm done with them. 5-0, how are you, brother? Glad you could make it. Hello, upstate New York. You're not, Chris, because you know what? I put it on in the summer and I lose it on the trap line too. The worst thing is that I get out there in the morning and I don't eat anything. And I got home tonight and I figured, well, I made a good supper a couple nights ago and I cleaned up the leftovers before I did this because I knew I was going to be having beer. So Pete's going to stand in for me. I think I'm going to go outside with you guys. It's still light out. Let's go for a walk. You guys in? I guess you don't really have much choice, right? You know what, you guys? I ran over a snake again today after I left Pete's house and told him I'd be back in a couple hours. Right outside his driveway, I ran over a snake today. That's not a good sign. True enough, Ronnie, but you know what? When it's there every night, they start getting in a competition where they'll get in there and grab it and pull it back in the grass and eat it. So, yeah, let's go on a field trip, like Steven says. I got one deer with me. I left my smokes out there because I knew I'd be back. Well, you got the door wide open. Like, why the hell can't I smoke if you got the door wide open? So I could smoke? You're a bugger. So now you're not going to let me smoke outside even? That's it. I'm throwing damn raccoons in your house when I catch some. Whoa, you guys fell. Sorry, I shut you guys off, man. Oh, it's nice out here. That'll work as long as the battery don't die on my phone. We'll just check right now. 98%. We should be good for a while. Yeah. I don't think I do, Steven. Okay, right on. It didn't cancel any of your comments or nothing. I'm out today at the cow bush on that big bait. It was just decimated. There's absolutely nothing there. The grass where I threw it in the trees and stuff, packed right down. And my phone's telling me that I have no more storage. I couldn't record anything. So what I did right there, I sat in the truck and started erasing stuff. And I erased pictures that I wanted to keep forever, even just so that and what bullshit. Oh, someone closed the door. That's nice. Okay. Yep. David, I do not. You know what? I come out here, which reminds me, I should have put the Wi-Fi on. There. Actually, the cell service at Pete's is good even without the Wi-Fi, but with it, there. David, I go at home. I tried uploading that last video, and after a half an hour, it said uploading in 0%. I got to Pete's, and the whole thing was done in like 70 minutes. So I'm getting really pissed off because I got an unlimited package, and that's unlimited bullshit and headaches. One thing I did do, you guys, you're going to be so proud of me, is I called YouTube and asked them, when guys pledge that money on my super chat, do you just keep that all for yourselves, or are you going to give me some of it too? So I'll probably never hear from them again, right? Oh, okay. Yeah, his Wi-Fi's right here. Like, it works in the shop too if the garage door is open. Or the barn door. I don't know. It's a barn that he made into a shop, so. I don't know if you guys can hear that or not, but my baits are only about, I'd say, 1.5 miles to the north and some to the west, about another mile. And I can hear the dogs already howling over there and yipping. Wednesday, we're taking snares out, and I want to catch 2 dogs, maybe 3 at the most. So half a dozen rams out, and I'm going to set up some trails. I hope they're not black, or blue. I know they're going to be, though. Okay, when did you do that, Steven? You guys pumped me up over 715,000 views already, and at 20-minute videos, that's a lot of hours. We're talking years of viewing. Thank you very much. You guys, without you, I wouldn't even be doing it. Yeah, not in Bank End, we don't. You know, the co-op has Wi-Fi right down the street. I should ask them for their code. I don't like putting myself on people like that, though. I'll tell you what, last night I went and grabbed 2 oil changes for my side-by-side. $180 for 2 oil changes. That's 8 liters and 2 oil filters. Wow. Oh my God, Dawn's here. How are you, Dawn? Been a while, man. Anyway, on the way back, I was going to grab pizza, and I thought, I got food at home, which I never touched again. Jesse, hey, buddy. And grabbed 2 dozen beer and smokes. I'm not allowed in there without a vaccine passport. So when I pull up, I call them and make them bring it out to me. So I didn't have to get out of my truck at the LB anymore. They bring it right out to me. So we got back here, and Pete and I were just going to have a couple. And then a guy called. He was going to come and pay Pete for some work. I don't know which is right, Don. Cocked or coked? Okay, Steven. And a guy showed up to pay Pete for some work Pete did for him, because Pete's a mechanic. I think you guys know that. And he just happens to be one of the big landowners around here. And everybody told me, oh, don't talk to him. He won't give you blah, blah, blah. He's more than happy to give me permission. He actually has a Quonset with 2 pigeons in it. He said, if you can get those 2 pigeons, because he's been trying for over a year, he said it's worth a brown one. And for you Americans, that's a $100 bill. So guess what I'm going to be doing tomorrow? Yeah, it's getting stupid, Scab. Our gas is up to $1.40 a liter. So, man, that's pushing $7 a gallon right now. I haven't done any fishing, Dawn. I've been just bait, bait, bait. What you see in my videos is pretty much my life right now. It's getting kind of tiring, but once the dogs start rolling, I won't have to go for bait as much, because I'm going to cut them up and put them in the pile. So take their head off, take their feet off, anything that has hair on it, gone. Well, I hope not, Don, because the Civil War is a invitation for the UN to step in, and we do not need a foreign army on our soil. They will not be nice to us. $1.50, huh? Yeah, we're supposed to go up to 2 here. Hey, Raymond, glad you could make it, man. $1.45. Yeah, it's not going to get any better. But yet I talked to Lonnie yesterday. I don't know if you guys remember my buddy Lonnie, but he's in working at Hinton, and he said the oil field's booming now. They're booming there. Yeah, we're paying double that, Steven, now. Wow, $1.63. No shit, Don. I think we got to fire him out of a cannon. Absolutely, Steven. I sure give it to him at the LB. Like I said, are you going to go full Nazi when they start asking you who doesn't have a vaccine permit? Are you going to squeal on me then, or He's all worried about a $100,000 fine that they can't enforce anyway, I told him, because it's against the law. Yeah, there's 4.5 liters in a gallon, Scab. American gallon's 3.8 liters, but a Canadian gallon is 4.5 liters. Yeah, well, what can you say, man? What can you do? Are we going to keep putting up with this shit for the rest of our lives? I don't have much time left. I sure ain't going to live it on my knees, put it that way. I got you, Scab. But 560 and 70, that's $6.30 a gallon right now. But you know what, Steven? I don't go to the store much, as you know, because my deep freezers are always full. Lonnie told me my beef is weighing about 900 pounds right now. I made a deal with the butcher that I'm getting scraps at for pork, and I'm going to get a couple deer and make sausage, right? I wish I had an ice fishing track, because I love sitting out there making, deer sausage and fishing, but just the way it's looking right now, I'm not going to have time for bugger all like that. It's going to be all trapping, so. Biden and Trudafile. Well, if I can't smoke in the house, maybe I shouldn't use the bathroom either. I'll just pee on the deck. It's treated. What the fuck? Yeah, but I am being fairly tired. Actually, there's a really cute girl at the abattoir, so that's kind of why I'm shaving, so don't want to show her the gray just yet. Yeah, isn't that something, Don? Like, I went to town, went to the bank, went to the LB, went to the restaurant. I absolutely refused to put my mask on. You know what they did? Nothing. There you are, Ken. How are you, man? Nothing. They never said nothing. They asked me when I went to vote, we'd like you to wear a mask. I said, I don't care if you're scared of a fake disease. I'm not, and I will not be wearing one. Now, where do I vote? And she pointed where I went, and I went, and I was the only person in the whole polling station without a mask. I'm going to have to be, Stephen, because there's a lot of dogs out there, man. Yeah, what was it with Trump, though, Matt? Like $1 something a gallon? I'm not wearing them anymore either, Don. Fuck them. You know, I'm 60 years old. I'm healthy enough to carry a ton of bait into the bush every day. Pretty sure I don't need your face diaper, like you say. And when I did wear one when I had to at working, all it was a neck warmer I pulled up. No doubt, Scab. Ray, how are you, man? Glad you could make it. Well, if she can skin a coyote, I do, Steven. Maybe, Bud. How are you doing, brother? Oh, this thing's not scrolling again. I got to do it by hand. Yeah, you know what, Don? I said that all along. I would rather die from a virus than a vaccine any day. I didn't know you were in North Carolina, Scab. I thought you were out in Ohio. Eli, there you are. You bugged me about not being on an hour before I go on. And then you show up late. You better put a like on there, boy. Thanks, Ken. There won't be many more of them, I'm afraid. Yeah, where's he at, Slade? Like I said, I'm going to set 6 rams because I don't want any more than 3 dogs. But the way it's looking at those baits, I could, if I set them on hard trails, I could have 6 the first day. It's just that crazy. And as I catch, they will be pulled until I see what they're like. If they're good, they stay out until, well, I can't even say deer season because I landed a bunch of land where they don't allow deer hunters. So, can you guys hear those coyotes? Oh, all I hear is money. Ching, ching. Yeah, I don't worm anywhere, Ray. I walked in the bank and a girl came in after me on the automated teller, and she stood on the other side of the room, never said a word to me because I'm not the kind of guy that people think they can walk up to and give shit, I guess. I did not know that, Scab. Okay. Thanks, bud. There's I'm not saying the way I'm doing it is the only way to do it. And just don't get me wrong on that. It's just how I do it, okay? Some guys like to come on. I quit going on chat sites and stuff because guys tell me you're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong. You know what? Screw you, man. About time, Steven. 15 days to flatten the curve, and here we are 19 months later. Like, come on. 20 months now. Eli, I'm not going to catch 7 coyotes with 6 rams. Although they've been in a hurry to get to that bait. 2 might stick their head in there at the same time. Wouldn't that be something? Yeah, but it's not so much the guard hairs as it is that skin, right? You want that prime skin. Oh, there's a bromance starting again. That's what it's all about, Don. That's their whole control and depopulation. Don't worry about it, Abby. Those are my coyotes, not yours. Well, you know what, Slade? I'll believe it when I see it on Thursday. It's just been so warm here, I can't see them being prime. I know guys used to say, "Oh, if the month has an R in it, they're prime." Well, I know damn well they weren't prime in September, so yeah, no doubt, Trapper Dad. You know that I catch the odd dog, so if they're blue, you're looking at a quarter to a third of the money for you know. So basically, you're working as hard as you do when they're prime for you know pennies on the dollar. Let's say dimes on the dollar. Yeah, you don't hear those numbers on mainstream, do you, Don? 300, Jerry. I'm looking at 300 if I can. Jim, I can't hardly wait either. KOD, I think there'll be a few this year. Yeah, we're warm here, Bull. Actually, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's supposed to be -5 at night, but the days are like between 5 and 8, which is like, I don't know. I don't know. 45 to 55, we'll say. And then next Thursday or Friday goes right back up to 17. So, huh, that's something, Jesse. I've caught 2 in traps before at a time too, but muskrat and raccoons. You guys might remember when I was doing that nuisance trap and I caught 2 raccoons, one by the front end, one by the back end, and a 220 going in a pail. Well, whatever, Steven. You know what? If they're good to go, so will I be, right? I mean, I'm not pulling them if they're workable. I shouldn't say that. I will pull them, but they'll go right back out. I decided all my bait piles that I got to wait till after deer hunting season. I'm going to just start baiting them when season starts. It's only a 2-week season here, so. Halloween, I've said on Halloweens before. I think, I don't know. I really have to go through my videos. I know one year, second year, I think was Halloween, my first trek. I had 2 out of 6 that year, out of my first 6 snares. And that's kind of what I want on Thursday. Just a couple of them. I don't want to get too many that are not ready. Huh. Funny, Ray, I heard up here that we were all right, but I mean, we do have the world's best dogs, so. Dawn, China, excuse me, China and Russia always buy them. Yeah, but what are they worth, Scab? Man, all kinds of it, Steven. All kinds of it. It's unbelievable how much land I have now. Well, whatever, Dawn. They don't own them any more than you do, right? So, and with their criminal acts, their laws no longer mean anything. I seen that kid that did that school shooting. They released him the next day. Like, what the frick is that all about? Trash panda's a raccoon. Hey, Ronnie. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Take care of yourself, man. Whatever. You know what, Don? There's so many moose hunters out here. Can't find moose. I got moose again on my video today. I mean, I see them everywhere. I got 2 days of video put away. Tomorrow's going to be sit at home and get that skinning shack ready for Thursday day. The basement, I mean. Okay, I missed it. Who was bullied? Oh, the kid in school. Wah! Hey, Rich. What's up, buddy? I'm doing all right here. Just a little tired from all the tramping in the bush, carrying whatever, 60 or 70 pounds each time. I had a pretty big surprise in the bush today, man, when I was in there. I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, but scared the shit out of me, man. You bet, Scott. I'm getting one of those for sure. We are allowed a second tag for antlerless, but there are a lot of deer, but I still don't like shooting does if I don't have to. No doubt. I think the 17th of October was the absolute earliest, and that was the last time I trapped 2 years ago. Actually, the 17th I was picking up dogs. It was the 16th I set them. Can you guys hear those coyotes? You must hear that. Hmm. Hey, Copper. Good to see you too. Except I can't see you, but glad you could make it. I'm a meat hunter, Scott. I'm not. I got some pretty nice racks from when I was younger, when I was dumb, but now I like a 3x3 or a 4x4, really small 4x4 that they're not letting breed yet, with a big body. That's my favorite now. Hey, G Trapper, glad you could make it, buddy. Absolutely. Here's to you. Here's to me, guys. A little bit of anti-inflammatory for what ails you. I'm gonna pee off Pete's deck. want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Harvey, how are you? Glad you can make it. Ooh, excuse me. Dogbone, glad you can make it, my friend. Oh, that's unreal. So you think that shit doesn't get me pumped up and ready to coyote hunt? Can you guys not hear that? Or, because, man, that's close. That's really loud. They get like that until they find the bait, and then they shut right up and start scarping. I'll be right with you guys. Give me another week. Haha, you did not, DeFrami. How are you, buddy? I'm glad you could make it. Actually, he's got a out spot or a spout from that comes off the roof and goes out. So yeah, I'm hearing him hard now out to the north and to the west. And guess where my baits are? Right out there. Right on, Jim. I thought you got to be able to hear them because they were loud enough. 3 this year, Scott. Lonnie still figures 500, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Not unless I get a custom skinner. It's gonna be just too damn busy. I hear you, Eli. Well, when we were here last night down in the barn, every time I'd come out for a piss, they'd be barking and howling, and I saw that, Jesse. How stupid. Leaf blowers and gas lawnmowers, because they pollute more with 1 gallon than a vehicle does with 1,700 miles. Bullshit. But you know what? There's those sheep up there that'll buy that 100%. They won't even question it. They'll just say, well, the mainstream media says so, so it's got to be true. Idiots. I'm not even sure, Scott. My best ones, I had a pretty big group of them from the last year I trapped there, which was 1920. It was 244.75. So I was happy with that. California, no doubt. That Pelosi and her nephew have got to go. I really don't believe that nobody shot him yet, but I guess you guys don't have guns there anymore, so I'll tell you what. I dare you to come and get mine. Wow, that's a good deal, Don. No doubt, Steven. I'm so sick of these people, and you know what? I'm pretty sure the people that I already snapped on is the reason why people don't say anything when they see me without a mask and stuff, because I'll just get spitting mad about that shit. You know, they'd suck a cock if they told them that they had to, you know? James, I'm not sure when it's going to happen, Friday or Thursday, but yeah, like I said, I got that video I did today is 2 days of baiting, and it's already like 16 minutes long or 18 minutes long. I mean, I don't know if you guys like these lengths of videos, or I don't want to get them too long for you if you don't want to watch that much, but you know, I got no shortage of either of those, Scab. Yeah, no doubt. That's ridiculous. And if the before that comes to me, man, nice, Eli. You need more than 100 though. What make? I had a Remington 788. I loved it. Well, good luck with that, David. I don't mind my 223 either, so it's not a bad little gun. Yeah, but Trump promoted the vaccine that they had when he was in power, not the one that they have in power now. Or you really don't think those guys that are getting the vaccine, those politicians, are actually getting the vaccine, right? They showed Trudeau getting his, and they give it to him right in his tattoo on his shoulder. Well, for one thing, they never give a shot in a tattoo, and it was probably saline. Thanks, Bull. Yeah, you can never shut me up, G-Trapper. Thanks, Jesse. Yeah, I was thinking like somewhere between 22 minutes and 25 minutes is probably what I'm going to do. 222, 250s? Nice. Like I said, I like mine. It had a clip on it, though, and it was only a 3-shot clip, but... Hey, I'm not sure how you pronounce his... Michael? Is that how you say that, Mr. Tanguay? Funny how you know how to pronounce Tanguay, but I don't know your... Mitchell? No, Mitchell would be a T. We're going to call you Michael. Let me know if I'm wrong or not, okay, buddy? Ooh. Well, I'm lucky here, Don. I got guys that reload for me, and I just ordered another 1,000 rounds for my mini. You know what, Ray? It's all part of the game, man. Like anybody can set a trap, but it's the prep up to setting that trap that where you put the fur in them, right? I don't know if I'm saying that right or not, but hopefully I am. Hmm. Yeah, no doubt about it. They're not getting the vaccine. I know that for a fact. Hey, Fish and Trap, Alberta. How are you doing? Gotcha. Gotcha. Hey, Evie. Glad you could make it. 100 rounds is a good start, but I mean, not if 300 guys are coming after you. Hmm. You got to use FMJs so that they go through a couple or three at a time. Mike, gotcha. Mr. Tangway, Mike. Well, it's getting dark out here. Lucky you guys, you don't have to look at my ugly face. Bull, yeah, I got you, buddy. Bull says, I want to see your ugly face. It does, man. That sun was on the horizon when I got out, and it dropped already. So, one more smoke and we'll go in. Pete promised he would stand in, and you know what? Liar. He lied. I did not realize that you two were related, Evie and Ray. Is Ray Miller still around? I'm not even going to tell you what I got because I know they're monitoring me, and I'm not about to make their job easier for them. No, I wish I had a 30-06. I don't. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm running out of my 223. But I've got lead and I've got full metal jacket too, so. Because legally, I can shoot coyotes with full metal jacket, but I have to use the lead on deer if I was going to use that. But I like in the bush, I like carrying my 32 Winchester open sights. And if I'm just hunting out sitting on a bale somewhere waiting for him to come to the feedlot, I'll probably have my 243 with the scope. I heard they have a Q phones coming out. Yeah, Jesse, that's true. I think I'm going to get really fancy when I do set the first ones out. They'll all be tree hangers so that the coyote's not on the ground. Yes, sir, with a big hitting power, Dawn, you bet. Jeff, how are you? I haven't talked to you in forever, man. Glad you could make it. I do like my 243 for deer, though. It's pretty small hole if you boiler house them. Yeah, I was out baiting and I don't want to get shot by some of these city moose hunters. I've got a fairly nice collection, Don, so I'm not unhappy with what I got either. Just that 122 that always wouldn't fire a couple years ago. You probably remember that. Not so crazy about that. Oh, well, I taught all my kids how to shoot with it. I mean, it had a good life, 35, 38 years or whatever I've had it or more. Let me think. 37 years. Well, coyotes finally shut up. Ray, I wanted to ask you, is Adrian and Aubrey your grandchildren? Well, slated to keep the mice and the birds even stay off them when they're hanging because they don't know what to think. Brad, how are you, my friend? Glad you could make it. Well, I don't think I should tell you that, Stephen. Put it this way, I've never had a tag or a permit to shoot a moose before. But if you do make it up here, I will tell you some stories. Well, Eli, they must have let you keep all your guns when you were in Afghanistan, right? Right on, Ray. I'll make sure I say hi again this year. Oh, got light out. See that? The sun's coming up over there. Looks like I don't have to go back in. Well, I'm going to have to right away. I get another beer. My cooler's in the house. I've been doing really good on my smoking, except when I drink, and then all of a sudden I forget that I'm doing really good on my smoking. I know the butcher's throwing moose in with the beef now, and yesterday I was supposed to pick up pork, and it was all beef again. So, and I checked. I went back into his stockyard there, and everything was full of pigs. So I mean, it's probably tomorrow. I'm gonna go get a load of bait and just leave it until Monday, and it should be pork. Uh, I'm getting the ravens now. I was thinking of maybe setting up the bait pile because the CO told me I'm not allowed to shoot a raven unless it's on my catch or on my or destroying my sets. So I would consider him destroying my sets if he's on my bait pile. Eli. Pete's not drinking tonight. He got a little bit tipsy again last night. He's funny to watch him walk to the house, man. When he walks when he's drunk, it's like a semicircle to the left. And then he looks up and realizes where he is, corrects himself, and it's a little smaller semicircle. But I asked him, I stopped in, that's why I stopped in earlier. I asked him, are you drinking? So I know how much beer to bring, right? I only bring 9 for me for these because I got to drive home. Yeah, Dawn, you know what? It seems like the The 3-day rule is in effect here. If I get out there and check every other day, they don't touch my coyotes. The third day, they're on them. So that's why I check every 48. I'm allowed every 3 days, but hey, Tim, how you doing, brother? Glad you can make it. I know when it's like this out and I'm trapping, I set my rams, not right on the bait pile, but fairly close. And as it gets colder and that warm, fresh kill looks a little more inviting, I'm moving them back. So just like Trapper Dad just said. Yeah, you're probably in a lot more populated area than I am, Don. We're a 72-hour check here. And a little north of me, it's correct me if I'm wrong, Trapper Dad, but it's a 5-day check or a 1-week check up north, isn't it? I think it's a week. Every 24 hours would be brutal here. You guys have watched me know Gold Country. How are you, man? It's been a while. Are you gonna give some videos on for me to watch? That's good, Eli. 5 days or it's 5 days or a week. I can't remember. I think 5 days though. I don't want to catch ravens, but I mean, I pulled up to that one bait at Lindsay's today, and if there wasn't 3 dozen come off of there, not including the magpies, right on, Gold Country. I miss your videos. You got a different variety. Like this winter, it's looking like dog, dog, dog for me. There's not much else out here. I know the ponds are all drying up, and they want me to kill these poor beaver that have had it so rough already. And damn, I know I'm heartless, but I'm just not that freaking heartless. Because, I know if I leave them alone that they will survive the winter. They've been doing it for a while now, so. Oh, welcome to my world, Evie. Mine sucks monkey butt all the time. That's why I'm at Pete's. Yeah, that's why I don't run them, Trapper Dad, usually. I actually asked the CEO, and he told me 72-hour check straight across, so hopefully he wasn't BSing me. I can't leave a dog in a leg hold for 3 days. I just can't. I'm thinking, Evie. Yeah, there's no mink here, Eli. I've been checking in little sloughs and everything along the edge. I'm not seeing any muskrat, no mink. And it's funny because there's so many mice, the mink can live on mice. All right, Slade, have a good meal, buddy. No doubt, Gold Country. I know my last year off. That was horrible, absolutely horrible. I mean, I worked right till the 23rd of December, so it could have been a lot worse. But I bought me a side by side. I don't know if you noticed that. That'll be me getting right to the deepest parts of the bush again and not having to walk from the truck. Oh, Abby, you have no idea what butt fuck nowhere is until you see where I live. Yeah, I'm sure we can all agree on that, Bull. Gold Country had some good trapping videos. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ambush. I think most people do check them every 24 hours if they're, half-ass moral, but wow. I've had eagles on my bait pals before too, and great horned owls, and that's why I don't set them anymore. I did not, but I saw you got a video. I'll check it out after I get home. I don't, because you never know what can happen here. There are guys that set dirt holes and stuff, and they set them so early the coyotes aren't worth anything anyway. And I know one guy that I talked to and had him on film at a rendezvous one year. That's what he lives for, is a coyote hopping in a leg hold. So I mean, I told him I like it when I walk up and they're dead. Heart gets to the beaver. But after 24, heart gets to the beaver. I don't know what that means. Side by side, okay. Side by. Yeah, you know what? It doesn't go real fast. I can do 45. I mean, but I never drive that fast anyway on the trails, because you're always looking for more places for sets, right? It's got a dump box on it, which was great for some of my baits, because it holds a lot more than I can carry in 3 or 4 tubs. I don't know. I saw those big cat tracks in the mud yesterday, like the size of my hand. Those cat tracks. Sure, be nice to catch one of those. I'd just like to catch something besides coyotes, so you guys can see, without having to trap beaver. Man, we just got none here, so I could see every other day ambush for footholds, but 72 hours is just a little bit much. Unless, like Scab said, it's a drowning set. What'd you get, Gold? Hmm. Yeah, they've got quite the olfactory gland in them. There's no doubt about that, Don. Yeah, bud, you can sell them, but I mean, you want to put holes in them, you're not going to make money. That's why I don't like holes in my dogs. And if he has a hole, it's right here and into his neck and into his body. Just one hole. It just doesn't pay to do beavers. I mean, I might do a couple because of bait for my boxes, but oh, nice Expedition 900. Good for you. You're not using that trap in a 900. And if you are, you got some money for gas. Yeah, wouldn't it, Steven? I'd be scared to KOD him in case he was just snoozing. Yeah, unless you hit a bone, Don. Then she'll blow out a football size on the other side of him. Oh, okay. Okay, Gold. I got you. I don't even bother stitching it, Trapper Dad. You never see a coat made out of eyeballs. Hmm. What the hell? Boy, that was a big moth. Shouldn't you bugs all be frozen by now? Like, what the hell? Pretty soon, bugs all be gone. Oh, guys, let's have a cheers. No doubt. I've seen them up close and personal before deer hunting. I mean, and that 2014 on my trap line, that one that was following me, I sat down with the wind in my face and lit a smoke and waited, and he walked right up on me. And I had no gun, but I had big leather mitts on, and when I smacked them together, that was enough to scare him, and he jumped about 30 feet each leap to get away. Crazy how much ground they can cover in one jump. Yeah, I might have to stop filming, Steven, and go home and clean the poop out of my pants and then come back. Yeah, I heard the cat lynx is some of the best tasting meat in the bush, they say. So, yeah, I guess, yeah, but I mean, They were good when I started here too, but I was, like I said, 600 in the first 2 years, so. Eric, how are you, my friend? Haven't talked to you in a while again. I hope she's all above board with you. Oh, I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open. Well, damn coyotes are still calling me. I saw 5 today, so, I mean, it's crazy with all the moose hunters and everything to see them even, let alone that many. I know you are, Eli. Just one? Yeah, and it's at the same price this year, Scab, so. I don't think we have bobcats here, Don, but I'm not sure. We got the odd lynx, but they're ghosts. You're more likely to see a cougar here than you are to see a lynx. Got that right, Gold. You know, and like I was telling him earlier before you got on, I ran over a damn snake again today. Yeah, it was yesterday here, Eric. Beaver and muskrat was yesterday. And most everything else opens on the 1st and the 15th of November. Yeah, I heard 100 too also, Steven, so 110 Canadian is what I heard. I don't keep it, Gold. I just, as soon as I get it out. I kept all that beef in the truck overnight, and I wake up and I throw plywood on the box so that I can keep but the magpies are all over. They can't get in it, but they still know what's in there, right? Those bloody birds, the blood snow cones and stuff, they're right on that. They can smell that. Right on. No doubt, ambush. No, that's true, Gold. What do you do? Do you just come back every few days to your line, or you don't pull everything every time you go home, do you? I mean, if that question is invasive, don't answer it. I don't want to get you in trouble, or just kind of curious because I know you're a fair drive away. Gotcha. When I lived in Regina, I used to do that, go camping on the river or mix it up, go everywhere different. Live in a tent in the wintertime, whoa, I remember those days. I do not want to go back to that shit. My little Coleman stove and a heater. I don't know what make my tent was, but it sure wasn't made for that shit, put it that way. Oh, gotcha. So you can leave those out. That'd be a pain having to reset every time you went out there, right? Yeah, it's hard to believe 4 days I'm going to be setting some rams. I can hardly wait. I should be able to bait 3 more times before then. I didn't bait the koal truck one today. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about when I tell you the names of them, but oops, I missed some. West End Trapper, how you doing, Ryan? Glad you could make it, buddy. Leave my coyotes alone, Abby. Yeah, that would work, bud. I was just some poor parts guy and couldn't afford it. It was a long time ago when before I was in my early 20s. I hope so, Gold. I have put a lot of work into it, and I do have 151 rams now, so I got 126 Wolf Masters and 25 Coyote ones, so I do like the Wolf Master better. They're much more flexible. You got a little more distance between your loop and your ram, and when you hang them in a tree, they'll pick a coyote right off the ground. So I'll show you guys how I do that so you can see what look like. I'm glad, Ryan. I'm gonna put some videos out this winter. I know, Eric. You and me both. It's been 19 months already for me, so right on, Ryan. It was good talking to you again. You put some damn videos out. I like watching you catch lynx and stuff like that. I will definitely. I think my Wednesday, Thursday is going to be a show, just the sets and the catches, if there are any catches. You got to, Steven. If you expect big results, you got to do the work, right? You can't just. Any fool can set a trap, right? But you got to know what you're doing, and you have to. The prep is so important. Like I know guys boil their snares and paint this and paint. I don't. I'm in farmland out here, and those coyotes expect, you know, people scent on everywhere they go. They're not scared of it like they are up north where gold country goes and stuff. But there's a few, Jesse, no doubt about it. Right on, Ryan. I look forward to it. Well, I don't know, bud. There's some really good trails in there that I don't really want to set them. I'll set on kind of backdoor ones because when I walked around that bush at Sawyer's today, you can see on the outside of the bush through the grass where they're coming through to get to the bait. And I think that's probably what I'll do is put most of them on the outside, but we're not sure. We might, I'm tired. I could change my mind 3 times before Wednesday, right? Yeah, I think so too, Steven. I think they owe me a couple already with what I've done, which is a poor attitude. And when it's that time of year when everything's frozen and that bait's frozen, nothing looks more like caviar to them damn birds than a fresh dog kill. So you got to make sure you keep them out of sight of the bait pile. Lance told me he's sending me my game cameras. They should be here any day. I would love to see what's coming to those baits because I know it's not just dogs. Those rear legs off the cows that he's butchering, man, I can carry 4 of them at a time into the bush, but it's a load. So I mean, a coyote ain't picking one of those up in his mouth and carrying it away. I know that. And plus that cougar tracks that I saw yesterday, man, it's like half to 3/4 of a mile from that Sawyer's Cross bait. So he might be in there having a little bit too, right? So it doesn't sound like you have to though, Eli, with a death pile. Just be careful going in. Leave as little of you behind as you can. Take a little rug or something that's been outside for a month and kneel on that when you make your snares. A deer and an owl. Not a lot of fur on them. Wolves would be cool. And like I said, we saw one. He was running like hell, and he wasn't a great big one. It was probably a spring one, but he knew enough when he heard that side by side to book it. Right on, Evie. Maybe, Bull. I think I'm the big, hairy, scary thing in the bush, though, not the Sasquatch. Some guy actually sent me a video of a Saskatchewan Sasquatch sighting. I really think if one walked up to me in the bush, we'd bond, right? Because we got so much hair and stuff. That landowner yesterday, I talked to him, and he said, you know what? Since he's got lots of land, like 50 quarters or more. He said he's only ever had one guy come and ask permission to hunt deer on his land. So I said to him, if I catch somebody out there, can I quiz them up and tell them, do you have Steven's permission? And when they say, yeah, I do, I tell them, well, the owner's name isn't Steven, for crying out loud. We still got our bow season right now, scab, and moose season, so rifle moose. And like I said, these guys can't find moose, and I'm in the bush, and they're standing there looking at me. The one today, I was looking right into the sun. I couldn't see it. I never checked what it looks like. Maybe I did, wasn't even on them, but so you'll know when if you watch the video with which one I'm talking about. I think I even had a moose on my last video. I'm not sure. That's funny, bud. Muzzleloader too, Brad. I used to bow hunt, but you know what? It's pretty time consuming. I used to stalk with the bow. I never sat in a blind. I always stalk. And that's pretty physical. But as long as you're quiet in the bush, which I am, well, not when I'm carrying tubs of bait in because I'm swearing and farting and, but when I'm there to kill something, I'm pretty quiet. I do not regret my life in the bush. Some of my best times. I'm thinking I'd want more than one round hunting bear. Although guys do it out of a tree, so I mean, went by quick. Good question, Steven. I don't know. I'm going to apply for that next April or whenever it is. I'm going to see if I can get a moose next year. Probably the only time that I never see one is when I have a tag for one. Takes a lot of time to bow hunt. Hey, Brad. You can't just drive along and see a deer and hop out and shoot him with a bow. So that could be fish and trap. Fish and trap. You know what? I told people that would come out with me before, I can drive right up to a moose anytime. Those minus 40 days, you always look for them in the lowest spots. They get right out of the wind and they're easy. Pete was going to the seed plant yesterday and he saw three of them on the left side of the road and he was driving still looking at them and three crossed from the right in front of him. He almost hit them. He didn't even see the other three. Can't pull a bow back anymore. Huh. That's a good idea, Don. Crossbow skag. Scab, I mean. Well, when I get a tag, I fill them. It's pretty much the way it is. See, I my permission book for trapping too. I put a cover letter that everybody's got to read and sign it. And in my cover letter, it said it gives me permission to cross and or trap and or hunt that land. So if they don't speculate which one it is, I automatically have all three of them. So sneaky, huh? Yeah, the guy that signed me up yesterday, his brother has 50 quarters too, and it's some of my relatives' old farmland. So I would love to get back in there. There's no deer hunting allowed there, so I could at least trap through deer season, right? I might stop in and see Mr. Padar yesterday. He was my dad's best friend when they were growing up, and he has told me before, yeah, you can trap our land. I just don't want you hunting deer. So thanks, Gold. Thanks for stopping in, man. I'm not sure if that means you're leaving or not. I hope not, but if you are, thanks for stopping in. Looking moss. Hey, isn't that something? Cheers. Yeah, heavy. It snowed in Saskatoon yesterday. That's only a couple and a half hours to the mostly west, but a little north too. Oh, right on, Don. Just love those little storage locker stories. Yeah, she's starting to cool down out here. I got you, Gold. Thanks a lot for stopping in, brother. Eat one of those hockey puck hamburgers for me. I sure miss them from my hockey days. Hot chocolate and a hockey puck hamburger. Lots of onions. 43 people, 43 likes. 42 people, 43 likes. He liked it, but he wanted to leave. So, oh boy. Coyotes are dead silent out there now. They found those baits. I abandoned one today just because it wasn't getting hit. And I stopped out and checked on it on my way out of the bush. And it was completely destroyed. So, I mean, I in my video, I mentioned that, I've got four of them that are pretty close together, all like in a 4 square miles there. So I think I'll drop that one, and I still got three in a triangle there, and they're a decent ways apart. So yep, I do remember that, Steven. Well, I'm hoping you're talking about the wolf and not my toenails. I'm just kidding. Works good, Ken. A lot of people say, "Oh, that won't work." That doesn't. Well, you know what? I'm pretty sure that my videos prove that it does work. And I mean, the meat's there too. I know, but that oil, I can stand there and smell that old fryer oil. They make onion rings and French fries and cheese logs and I don't know whatever they make at the rink in it, right? And when it gets to a certain point, they dump it out, and it's pretty much brown when I get it. And I use a half a jug at each site, and if I want to later, I'll get a bale. In the middle of the winter, I'll get a bale and a half a bale, and I'll saturate it and kick the straw all over, right? You know what? As far as I know, you need a permit, and I do have a permit for my power rams too, but you need a special permit to run free hanging snares here. I know I used to have a bunch with cam locks and everything, and the only thing I can use them for now is beaver. Actually, my brother in Alberta, when I had that lynx on my line, he sent me a dozen lynx snares, and I can't use them for anything. They're a little too small and not strong enough for beaver, I would think, but who knows? If Chad said he'll be back, he'll be back. That's one thing for sure. Hey, Don, thanks for coming by, man. We always add a little something extra to the lives. Really appreciate having you guys like you here, too. I've got the best subscribers in the world. I got guys that actually know about trapping and don't just fall for the bullshit of the guys that don't know and they're just there to have a YouTube channel. And I'm not mentioning any names, so don't even get me started on that. But I mean, guys that just go out there and set traps and don't put any pre-work in, they're just looking for some kind of, I don't know. I don't know what the word I'm looking for. They're just starving for attention or, and you know what, Don? I assume that I'm going to catch a couple dogs this winter too, so. Absolutely, Scab. Absolutely. Nobody knows everything. I will try, Don. I hope you check in and make sure I'm doing okay this winter. Yeah, Dave, you know what? My Wednesday, Thursday video is gonna be that. It's gonna be showing you exactly how I set every ram. Right on, bud. I'm glad. Okay, Brad, have one for me. Ah, never mind. I'll take care of it myself. With beer, you just gotta take the personal route, right? Have a good night, Brad. Good luck this winter. Be safe. Cheers. Well, I got to pee off the deck again, and I might as well go in. I need to get my beers too. I should have grabbed some kind of outer coat. Oh well, not made out of sugar. I'll be fine. I know it's not as cold now as it's gonna be, so they're actually calling for a cold, windy winter with not much snow here. So wouldn't hurt to be in the side by side all year. That wouldn't frost my giblets or nothing. Sasky, holy doodle! How'd you make out hunting? Yeah, you know what, Stephen? True, but some of the young guys, they already know everything, and you can't tell them anything, and I am not going to. If you're going to cop that attitude with me or question everything I do, then I'm not going to show you anything. I mean, if a guy's good enough to try to help you out, at least don't be a dick, right? Okay, I'm going to run grab my beer and I'll be right back. Holy, I wish I would have brought a coat. Pete gave me a coat. I can't do it up or anything because it's Pete, right? Whoa, whoa. Okay, I'm going to have to go back a bit. You guys talk more when I'm gone. Okay. Do I still have my sled? You betcha. You betcha I do. Love my sled. Shot your tripod in half. That's crazy. Oh, that's awesome, Scab. Good for you, man. You know what, bud? That's true, but there's a lot of guys too that really don't know what they're doing, and they just like to talk. So make sure you can screen out the bullshit too, right? So what are you looking at there for trapping Sasky? For a timeline, I mean. Good for you, Steven. Keep teaching them young guys. Damn good shot killing a tripod, Sasky.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to eat a tripod. Holy Peter Gray. Your hubby doesn't even eat the chickens and stuff. I mean, like, holy, that's city boy, all right.
Hey, Dave, go back into the lane.
Hey, John Morgan, how are you? I do, 300. I know that's setting the bar pretty high, especially with this stupid deer hunting that I got to stop for and everything. But you guys know me, though. I don't quit. I don't know how to. So, tripod to the taxidermist. Bull, come on. Guy probably feels bad enough. I can't believe he even told you guys that. Nice, Sasky. You'll be getting ready right away or what? Oh, you heard Pete? Come say hi, Pete.
I'll come laying over your shoulder.
Second week of November? Yeah, I'm going to get. There's
Good
Peter.
day, everybody.
He did, Eli. He just shoved it in for a second.
See? But your finger's in the way. Scrolling.
Oh, Ken, which step? I'm sorry. Boy, that finger looks awful big when I put it away. Pete, can't see you. Come say hi.
I did, see? Hi.
It's getting cool out here. Can't see our breath yet, but almost.
Not too bad.
Is it awesome? Thanks for showing up.
Did my duty.
Nice talking to you, Pete.
I'm tired like Dwayne.
Yeah. But Dwayne's out working. Pete's just sitting on his butt.
Yeah.
Did you do any tinning today?
Didn't do fuck all today.
Yeah, you bugger.
Yeah.
Tell Pete to put his mug in the frame. You guys got to pay attention. He's done it twice already. Got it struck twice. Yeah, John, I know there's a lot of different rules. I don't understand it, but it's got to do with population. Gab says bye, Pete.
See ya.
Oops. Deer hunters hang around my bait and shoot the damn dogs. Yeah, you know what? Ain't putting up with that, Sasky, this year. I ain't putting up with that. Yeah, we're gonna have it here tonight too, Eli. They're waiting. Actually, a funny story. Him and the kids. The barber only shows up every couple months, and they're waiting. It's supposed to be like in 4 or 5 days now, but they're waiting till the barber shows up so they can get their hair cut. As far as I'm concerned, they don't have enough hair for the Saskatchewan weather. But whoa, whoa, whoa! Caught him cheating on you, and he's still there. Like, what the hell? Yeah, Pete's already back in the house. Yesterday when I come out, oh, I'm going to do all the tin on the inside of the shop. He put 2 little 3-foot pieces on and went in the house and went for a nap. But, you know, when harvesting's over and stuff, there's, cheers, Amundo. There's only about population. Well, I know here it's to do with population. That's why we have a 72 and most people have 24 hours because we don't have any population. I had quite an extensive chat about that with some COs at a convention. The convention where I saw Trapper Forever. Okay, bud, thanks for stopping, man. Yeah, I told him that. I got a razor at home. I told him I'll shave it right to the frickin' wood. Budweiser. Yeah, I'm not into rice beer. That's what it is, Saskia. That's exactly what it is. You go balls to the wall when you're getting the crop off, and then all of a sudden you don't know what to do with yourself. But I know what he's going to do with himself. He's got the seed cleaning plant too, and pretty soon everybody's going to start bringing their seed to be cleaned. So, you know what I'd do if I were you? Every time he pulled that shit, I'd go out and cut a chicken's head off and bring it into the house and pluck it right on the frickin' kitchen table. Then ask him, guess which one's next? Yeah, but it's your place, isn't it? Boxy, my goodness. Just when you thought it was safe to go into Saskatchewan, there's Boxy, my brother. How are you doing, friend? He'd probably like a mohawk, but yeah, I can hardly wait till Eli gives me shit about what happened to me today in the bush and scared the shit out of me. Should be good for a chuckle. Boxy, did you get your tag out with your bow? Just back in from archery hunting. Hopefully you got yourself a nice buck or something you can eat. Well, I don't know about that either. I think it sounds like time to get some crazy glue and glue his dick to his arse. Now that would be funny. Or right up his front, so when he goes for a piss, he pisses all over himself. I don't want to give you any ideas. Cheers, everyone. Frickin' moss. How could they not be freezing? All the flies are frozen. I gotta tell you, just this little coat Pete gave me, and I'm all good now. We're good. Oh, better check what we got for 65% we got left, so. Nope, not happening, Eli. Sorry. You're gonna have to watch the video. Got you, Boxy. Patience. Good things come to those who wait. True enough, Trapper Bob. There are all kinds of household accidents that can happen too, right? Trapper Dad, have a good night, buddy. I'll get a hold of you when it's time to go out, and maybe you can jump in and check some rams with me once we get. Not gonna bother with just 6 rams, but once I get 6 or 8 dozen out, then for sure I'll give you a call. How's that sound? Oh, Eli, not only can I tease you like that, I will. Right on. Have a good night, brother. That sucks, Boxy. I'm gonna probably show you guys a couple of coyotes on Thursday. I'll set some rams on Wednesday just because I want to see. If they're not prime, I'm not gonna. If they're looking good, hair straight back. We're nothing but the flash. Whew, excuse me. Well, I backhanded that moth, and he's still doing the stutter step on the ground there, trying to get his bearing. I don't think he'll ever be the same. Yeah, it's pricey, heavy, but if you wanted to get into it, I've got well over 500 traps, and I can't use them all. So I did send my brother Wyatt a box of traps, though. some good ones. Hopefully you can use them. Just a dozen, but there's a couple of number 3 quads in there, a couple 1.5s, couple number 2 coil of springs, and half a dozen 110s. Next video, I'm thinking, will be either Monday or Tuesday. I think Monday. Tuesday I'll bait, but I won't film it because you guys have seen enough baiting. Unless there's something really crazy happening there, like I don't know how it can get any crazier than it's been though. Like today, every bait pile except Lindsay's was cleaned right out. And Lindsay's I would have been cleaned out except yesterday I filled it right up. So I think Wyatt's going to have a tough time moving into the new house and getting things going. I wish him nothing but luck though. So well, you guys seen I was at Damn Beaver. Just so you know, I spent $1,828 there. So master baiter, you bet. I thought you guys would get a kick out of that because I thought they're getting tired of this baiting shit. So I just rolling it around. I thought, well, I'm gonna call it master baiter. What the hell? Shalisa, how's my girl Shalisa? Haven't seen you in forever. There you go. Well, if your boyfriend won't let you kill chickens and geese you're raising, what are the chances he's gonna let you kill raccoons and stuff? Now, like I said, Evie, I'll send you some traps if you need them too. They come with no guarantee that you won't catch your finger or something in them, so don't be getting mad at me if you. I like chili. Chili works for me. I can hardly wait for those -5 and 8 days that are coming up here right away. Those dogs gotta eat in that cold and keep their metabolism going, and they will be all over my bait piles, and I will have a few rams on a couple of them. That's fine, Steven. That's fine. You don't got to be sorry, man. Yeah, you guys know that I'm not really scared of the cold. What was that one day I was out? The coldest day I went out, I don't remember what it was in Celsius, but I do remember Fahrenheit. The -62 I went out that day. Just like every other day, just cold, right? Cold is a state of mind, like scared or fear, happy, sad, just a state of mind. They just before you come on, I was kept jerking my head to the left. I got a big bait out there about a mile, and they were singing. Dogs are singing. Some of the guys on there said they could hear them too, so I don't know how you couldn't. Man, they were loud. I have 0 dog-proof traps. Like I said, the farmers here are snowbirds. They bugger off for the winter. Most of them aren't even around. I'll tell you what, that cowboy sure got killed today. There wasn't anything there, and the grass is tramped down like a football stadium. Wow. Evie, that's been like 2 years already. Did you try serving him an eviction notice? Raccoons are easy. All you need is a pail and a 220 and a thing of cat food. They were barking, Stephen. There's lots of them out there. The duck hunter that lives in Pete's great uncle's place up the road at Lindsay's Bait there says he hears like 30 a night. So if he's hearing 30, it's probably more like 20 because they sound like more when they start going crazy. We don't even have a season on raccoons here. Raccoons and coyotes you can trap year round here. I don't because they're worth a lot more money in the wintertime here. Although the raccoons usually, oh really? Well, I guess I don't know how lucky I am living up here where nobody is. Fly bait and Coke. Well, I really doubt Coke. Oh, Coca-Cola maybe you're talking. Yeah, but you've seen those baits too, Eli. You know that ain't one dog ripping 600 pounds of meat down. $185 is not a bad sized deer. It tastes like chewing on a piece of rubber that you walk on when you're at the hockey rink, but oh well, Evie, trapping ain't for everybody, that's for damn sure. You know, my family, none of them watch my mom, if I want her to watch one, I got to tell her, well, there's no swearing and there's no killing in it, so. But she likes my gardening ones. So I'm very careful not to swear if I do a gardening one or something. My Mother's Day one, she never even watched that until I told her. Well, at the seed plant, you guys will sit at the bales, and I'm sure we'll have our pick of deer this year. Since I moved here, believe it or not, there's a lot more deer. Not trying to take credit for it, but I didn't hurt it. Sarah's telling you to go, right? I know. I know what's going on there. That's crazy. Yeah, I'll tell you what. I go to the co-op store, and when they got those little things of cat food, uh, for 10 of them for $5, I throw those in a half in each one, and that's plenty. They can't resist cat food. I don't know how many of them are used to eating cat food from going to people's houses and eating the rest of the pet food they leave outside. That's crazy, Stephen. Thanks, Lisa. Smoke pole. Nice. I know one thing on this video that I'm working on right now. I'm throwing a lot of shout outs, and I see some names on here that got a shout out, so. And if I didn't throw you a shout out, it's not because I don't like you or anything. It's just because I'm doing it as I'm walking and filming and right off the top of my head, and there's a billion things going on in there, so. Ah, salmon. Good for you, man. I can do whatever I want with my traps here, pretty much. Hmm. Hmm. He's probably mad, Sasky, because you don't even have antlers. Okay, Eli. Call me anytime, brother. Yeah, good luck tomorrow. Be safe. That's the important shit. Be safe. Yes, it has been. And Steven, too. I mean, if you're not going to control your dog, I'm not even going to get started on that. Hmm. We got it pretty good, Sasky, up here, actually. Other than a lot of people think we're kill freaks, but it sure keeps them from knocking on my door, right? Cheers once more, everybody. Starting to feel like another leak starting. Jason, holy, I haven't talked to you in a long time. Glad you could make it, Jason. No, I don't have a lot of use for people that won't control their dogs, man. Well, they got a rancher down south, and he lets his dogs run wild. And someone caught one of his blue heelers 7.5 miles from his house. And that rancher wants power rams banned in Saskatchewan now because of that. Never mind the dog 7.5 miles away. I don't know what to say other than ridiculous. If you're not going to control your dog, I will. Sorry. Hey, Marilyn. How to write rhubarb raspberry wine. Woo. Damn, and all I got is beer, Marilyn. What the heck? I'm not complaining. It's good beer. Thanks for stopping in. Think you'll find that we're a funny bunch of guys and girls. Ooh. Hmm. And I can do whatever I want to, except cross into the wrong property. Huh. Right at the end of the driveway. They're coming looking for me now. All right. Justin. You know what? It's a lot of work, man, but I'm guaranteeing you guys it's gonna pay off. It will pay off. I got a good feeling about this year. I'm thinking 300 might be a little bit optimistic, but if you don't give yourself a goal that's tough to get, well, I could have said 100, and that's not going to be that hard. But give yourself something to shoot for, and make it so you got to work for it, right? Steven, I don't even know. I got smokes, carton of smokes, and two 2-4s of beer yesterday, and it was 245.90 Canadian. That's Canadian. Hmm. Oh, shoot, shovel, and forget, Evie. I just throw them right on my bait pile. But like I said, we don't have that many dogs out here because everybody's a snowbird, right? And people with dogs, I tend to stay away. But I know a lot of people on like Facebook act like their dog's part of the family, and the dogs out here aren't part of the family. They got a job to do. So I mean, it's a little different out here than most places. So nice job, Jason. Elk is such good, just no cholesterol, great meat. Hey Tim, how you doing, man? We're already a couple hours in, buddy. I'm probably going to run out of battery power in the next half hour or so, but I'll make it up to you. I'll get you guys all a baiting video. Next one after that, though, I guarantee you, dogs. 6 Monster. I don't know what that is. Unless you're talking that Monster energy drinks. No shit, Sasky. We're up to $1.40 here already, and they're talking $2. I'll be not using the truck, and some of my stuff's a long way away, so that's what I thought, Scab. Are you coming, Steven, or what? I am, Boxy. I'm only gonna set out like a half a dozen on Wednesday because I don't want any more than 2 or 3 dogs to try them out. So I'm not sure how I'm gonna do this. Some of those trails are so pounded that I'm not saying guaranteed dog, but my eyeballs will probably open up. I'll be surprised if I don't catch one on those trails. So, and I don't want any more than like 2 or 3 for the first night. Then I will pull my rams, go home and skin, and if they're blue, I probably won't reset until another week or two. And Scott Laplin, how are you, brother? Glad you could make it, man. In case you guys don't know, Scott's the guy that threw 200 at Dan Beaver for me this year and to help me get my season underway. I appreciate that, Scott. Like I said, first KOD of the year is all yours. Oh, you still, yeah, okay. Boxy, you know what? I went to that hidden house bait today and everything's laid flat in there. I mean, every grass is right to the ground. I mean, should be an all right year. Northern Saskatchewan, where were you, Tim? Yes, you do, Scott, and I appreciate it, man. It's coming for you. Don't worry. I sure hope I'm saying your name right, Lapland, or is it Laughlin? I'm not trying to make fun of it, just so you know. Most unusual animal I caught in a ram. Well, those skunks from a couple of years ago weren't a lot of fun. Pretty much whatever I target, I catch. So, I mean, when I catch a skunk, though, you just know in your hearts that I'm never targeting those bastards. I'm not scared of them, but I don't want to smell like I just smoked a joint for like a month. When I say blue, David, what I mean is when you skin them, they look like dark blue, but when they dry, they're black, right? That's what I mean, blue. Yes, he is. Lockland. Okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't meaning to say it wrong. Lockland. Well, I hope I remember that. I don't know if you know it or not, but I'm having a couple of beers. I'll remember it. Lockland. And just call you Scott, I guess, if I forget. Okay, I was going to say, if you were anywhere around here, why wouldn't you stop in and say hi? Hmm. Whoa, 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 easy, easy. You drinking Crown, Scott? Nice. Nicholas, how are you, my friend? I'm a Canadian guy. I've drank Canadian since I was like 11. Hmm. Maybe not 11. I was thinking probably 12. Hey, Mark from Nebraska. Awesome that you could make it. Yeah, you know what? My friends all got together when I was in my 20s and asked me to please quit drinking whiskey. If somebody'd say something to me and I wouldn't say anything back, I'd just stroke them, drop them. And I'm glad I quit drinking whiskey. It was just maniac, total maniac. Lance is back. Hey, buddy. I'll cheers you. You know, I don't even know Scab. I really don't know. Okay, I'm gonna guess, Matt, that that's a whiskey too. I appreciate that, Lance. Unless you're on someone else's video watching them, then hey, what you doing, Ming? Hmm. Bush beer. I know, Bull. You don't really care, do you? I don't know if you guys remember when Todd and I did a 6.5 hour marathon live that one night, drinking everything, and whoa, ice fishing was not fun the next day. My truck's broke arm. Hmm. My truck's broke arm. I don't know what that means. He hasn't got a hold of me yet, Steven. He's supposed to be here last night. I tried phoning and right on, Lance. That's what I knew you meant. Oh, that moth got up and he's coming back. I'm going to have to bitch slap him again. He just got up. It's been at least 45 minutes. Oh, he's back down. And I never touched him this time. He's a big brute. Got that right, Bull. Whatever blows your hair back, man. What a good brother Boxy is. Always ready to help out. Yeah, I could take it. A lot of guys can take a lesson from you, Boxy. I still got to figure out where my Boxy set's going this year. Why don't you pick a spot? I'll tell you what, Box, you see a spot that you like, you let me know and we'll call it the Boxy set. I got one place that's kind of dead ends and it's kind of like a boxed off set. I was thinking of calling it my Boxy set, but it's probably going to be about 4 rams in it. And it'd be a shame if I caught 30 dogs at the Boxy set and Boxy didn't catch 30 dogs. So you're going to get one this year, I know for sure. Probably not one, you'll probably catch a few. Otherwise, you're not paying attention to TNT. Oh, clutch ain't bad. It's probably a little out of my price range now. I'm lucky everything I got's running good. I shouldn't have said that. What a kiss of death that is. My truck's actually running good. You know, the first year I had it, till September 18th there, I put 16,000 kilometers on it, which is nothing almost. That's like 10,000 miles. And since I've been baiting these 3 weeks, I've got over 2,500 on it. So yeah, trapping, I definitely put more miles on. Put like 185 on yesterday, kilometers. And in miles, that's over 100, 115 miles. Yeah, you know what, Boxy? I'm going to wait until you tell me which one you want is yours. But there are a couple of really good spots out there, as you probably know. 2 breeding seasons without TNT. Even the dogs are starting to miss me. They're poking their heads out everywhere. I saw 5 today. But they don't want to stick around and let me take a picture of them. You sneeze and catch 5 coyotes. Yeah, I appreciate your lives, buddy, where you make me feel like I'm part of the crew. Thank you very much. I try to do it here too. It's just kind of something that I got from you. So, that's a good one. That's a good one, man. Which one is most populated? Huh. Geez, it's a toss up between the Crown and Sawyer's. Sawyer's is from the Crown is about 8 or 9 miles north and about 2 miles east. So they're not even that far apart. They're only about 10 miles apart as the crow flies. So I know it's not the same dogs hitting them both. But at that Crown the other day, I had 600 or 800 pounds of bait in there, and the next day I came back and there wasn't a scrap in there. I don't think I'm going to be hurting for dogs this year. And what I don't set on bait piles, you know, I like doing blind sets where they run from one to the other, and I'll pick up probably as many there as I will at my baits. Amanda, it's got to be like 10 o'clock in the morning there now. Yeah, you know what, Scott? They are. Even my gray bait today, it hasn't been getting hit. I thought there was a big old dog sitting on it, but it was gone. There was not a feather there. Well, there was feathers, I guess, because I followed a feather trail out, but not a scrap of meat in it today. So I juiced it up again today. I'm very happy with my bait piles. I gotta say, I I won't be. I don't think I'm gonna have a shortage of dogs this year. I really don't. And if I can just get them hooked on that bait piles before the deer hunters show up and start leaving their gut piles out in the, I'll lose some coyotes to that, but hopefully not all of them, right? Ooh, it's getting cool out here. Like Fonzie cool. You know what, Steven, that year I got 205. I'd be surprised if I didn't take at least 80 of them out of the Crown. So Foxy, they nailed that gray bush. I went today and there wasn't anything left there. Nothing. Saskia, I've been saying it for years. I know a lot of people don't believe me, and
and they tell me that their deer is their favorite. Well, you know what? They eat deer in the wild all the time. Those dogs will do backflips for pork. And I told the butcher, whenever you got pork, call me. I don't care if I'm dead tired. I'll come and take a load of pork anytime you got it. And like I said, their pens are right full of pigs right now. I actually thought yesterday I was going to pick up pork, all beef and moose though. So that's a good question, Stephen. I was thinking of Sawyer's actually, but I don't know because Sawyer's is my first, pardon me, Homebush is my first stop, and then Sawyer's is my second one. And I don't want them riding on there if it's going to be 13 degrees on Thursday, or I'm not sure what the temp is going to be, but I'll let you guys know. You know what, Scott? That's funny. I don't use conventional skinning knives. I use those razor knives like the terrorists brought those planes down with, and the snap blades. You know what I mean? Just so much easier, and I really like a sharp knife when I'm skinning. So yeah, I'll go through probably 100 blades a year or more on those. Depends what I can usually get 3 coyotes per blade. So nice. Oh, a couple of nice chunks there, buddy. Have fun shooting those on. Well, Bo, the thing about it is I can go anywhere with that thing that I can with the Skidoo, and now that I got the bushes kind of cleaned up, I got to do the Osborne bush, and that's a big bush. I drove up to it today actually to look down from where I start, and there's got to be 40 trees down in the first 100 yards. So I don't think I'm going to do that without a chainsaw. The other ones I did without a chainsaw, and you should have seen, like Pete said, I should have been there to film that, watching you pick up a big tree and walk parallel to the trail and drop it. And I didn't make any more, drop it any farther out than I had to, because I don't want people driving on my trails with their trucks or anything. I went just over 4 feet, and that's it. If I can get through, I don't care if you can or not. Alberta Free and Wild, how are you doing? How's things in Edmonton? Box cutters, that's what they are. Yep. Yep, I like a sharp knife, and I mean I don't have time when I'm doing that many coyotes in a night to sit there and sharpen knives, and when they get dull, I snap 2 of the pieces off and I get 2 more new ones out. I don't ever have more than 2 sticking out. Gray bush. That's funny, Boxy. You got her, buddy. The gray bush bait's all Boxy now. You got her. Started making you a fletching knife, then you pissed me off. Then you pissed me off. The CO. What? So I put it on the back burner. Need to get that done for you. Well, what's the holdup, man? Yes. Brute Force 750. Nothing wrong with that, buddy. I love to see my fellow Canadians armed, man. It's gonna be time. I hate to say it, but there's gonna come a time when you have to decide if you're gonna live on your knees or stand up. Oh, what I missed. Locked and loaded. No shit. Hey, Chops, how you doing, man? I actually mentioned you and Sharon in my next video too, coming out. Probably Monday, Tuesday. I'm not sure. Hey, if you had a giggy like that, you'd touch it too, Bo. Yeah, you guys, you know what? I'm hauling this bait. I'm not taking any breaks now like when I first started doing it. I just get to the and do it. I'm going to be 61 in March. I think I'm healthy as a horse, dude. Why would I take a vaccine when I'm not sick? It is not going to happen. And if you want to force me, you're going to find out why nobody forces me to do shit. Who said anything about touching it? All I do is drop my sweats. It's got a mind of its own. Its head's bigger than yours is, for Christ's sake, Scab. Well, we just passed our, I wouldn't call it a point of no return, but 49% we got on our battery, so we didn't do too bad there. I was kind of thinking that it would be over in an hour, and we've been out here for probably an hour anyway. Oh, geez, more than that. Wow. You know what, Stephen, there might be COVID in the bush, but I put up COVID not allowed signs, just like gun-free zones, and COVID's not allowed in the bush, so I should be all right? Oh, Tommy, you have no idea, Chops, how happy I am to be back out on the bush. I know you know how I feel about being in the bush. It's like my home. I was sitting in my truck after I baited up Lindsay's in that bush there, thinking, there's no place I'd rather be. No place at all. You can keep your fancy city shit, and I don't want that. I really don't want that. When I drop a deer and get my pig and my beef, deer hunting season, if I'm not getting that many coyotes because I'm not setting, I don't know if you guys want to see me make sausage and cut meat and stuff, but too bad you're gonna. I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know if you guys remember the end of January when I was trapping that last year. I guess that was January 2020. I got sick for 4 days, and I tried to go out on the third day, and I couldn't do my trap line. I had to come home because I could not walk. Went out the fourth day, I was fine. I'm calling that my COVID, and I built an immunity to it. Screw it. Even though you know as well as I do that COVID is just a common cold, period. Hey, Mam man. Mam Turilek? Mam Turilek? Hey, Mam. I don't know what to call you, buddy. Mam Turilek. Rilek. Huh. Glad you could make it, brother. He hasn't banned guns, and he'd better not try that shit. He's walking a pretty fucking fine line right now. You got her, Scott. Hey, Tom, it's good to be back, man. It really is. You guys just kicking back, or right on, Bull? Thank you. Mum TG Flock, man. THL Lock the Flock. Mum TG Flock. Yeah, you know what? We had this conversation before. I'm sure of it. I remember a lot of stuff. I'm not just a pretty face. Okay, I'm not even a pretty face. Sorry. But yeah, I remember having this conversation before. Oh, he's trying, him and Bill Blair. There's no COVID. There's no such thing. Right on, man. Did I say it right? Mum to G Fluck? Sorry, I feel like such an idiot trying to say it. Close enough. Thanks, brother. Yes, I know what you're doing. You're sitting there watching Triple Nickel Trapper videos. I don't know, Tom. What are you doing? Right on. I said it right. Mum to G Fluck. I remember, actually, because I messed it up big time. Oh, yeah, he does, Scott. I think he should be fired, like I said, out of a cannon. Well, right on. I finally got it right. Scab is, you're going to have to get used to him. He's kind of a different kind of cat. He was so ugly, his doctor slapped his fucking mom when he was born instead of his ass. Yeah, Tom. Cheers, brother. And everybody. Damn it, that one had a hole in it. Got a buddy here that'll fill in for him. Oh, oh, I cannot believe I just did that. Oh well, nobody's seen it. Right into a brick wall, no doubt about it. Cheers, Tommy. Tastes like another one. Yeah. Oh, you did see that. Scab, how'd you see that? I did it behind the damn camera. Try opening a beer with one hand and it decided to try and take a knee. You know what? It's still right full to the top, though. Boom. Oh, I'm excited too, buddy. I'm telling you. Like I said, I'm going to try to get Thursday's video up for you. There won't be any skinning. Or I wait till Friday and show you guys the skinning and show you what they look like too on both sides, because I'll be able to flip them too, right? So everything and nothing. I did, Steve, and I spilled it on Pete's table. You know what? The good thing is, Pete ain't no carpenter, so this deck ain't level, and it just blowed off the table. So, oh, not again. He's getting kicked out of. I got one for you, Sasky, but it's you better have a long arm, buddy. I threw you a shout out in my video too today too, so the other night. And what you did the other night was disgusting. Huh. Maybe. I don't know what I did. Yeah, Scott, they're worth like a quarter or a third of what my winter ones are, so. And I really like those $244.75 ones rather than the $40 ones, right? Nope. Attaboy, Tom. That's not a bad way of thinking of it. I was just opening it. It was on the table. I guess it wasn't a really balanced beer. That's what I'm going to go with. It was a lopsided beer. Stupid beer. Cheers, everybody. I'll drink what's left of it. Maybe not all at once, but I've only got a few left, so. Oh, Scab, have you seen your dogs compared to mine? Like, I know there's guys, and I'm not mentioning his name because I'm pissed at him, but I seen his dogs, and you know what? Those are our mangy looking things. No wonder they don't even get $40 for them. Yeah, you guys are more worried about my beer than you're me. It's okay, beer. The rest of the TNT Maniac Army is all concerned about you. Hey, Sasky, not a problem, man. When I was laid up last winter, you were mentioning me once in a while, too, and that's what brothers do, right? Take care of each other. I still want you to get your little skinny butt out here this winter and come run my line with me. Already got Trapper Dad. He's coming out, but he's really close. He's like 20 minutes away, 25 minutes away. So, yeah, no doubt you do, brother. There's a lot of wolves up there, and probably got a lot of link too, eh? Yeah, I bet you know who I'm talking about because I probably come unglued on it before, and I know you guys aren't stupid and you remember when I come unglued. That Boundary Tom? Is that what you mean? Or out at Rafferty? That's it, Evie. It had to be the beer's fault. It can't be me. I kind of like beer, Steven. A little. Once in a while, I'll have a couple. You know, I've never caught a lynx. I would really love to, but I tried a couple years ago, but I'm not a lynx trapper. I just figured maybe I could get lucky. You know, if I do catch one, it's getting tanned and on my wall. Yes, they do, Matt. Oh, both places. I should do a trip, but I mean, I'm just so too close. Did I say so too close? I think I did. I'm just too close to trapping season to think about a road trip, brother. The backwards trapper, how are you, brother? Good you could stop in, man. You don't smoke anymore, Sasky? Damn it, I thought I saw you smoking in your tractor one day when I was watching your video. I could be 1,000% wrong. Well, I hope you do get one, brother. If that's what you want, I hope you do get one. Once. Just the once. He crapped right beside my ram. He almost got caught in. And that's when I set up the double snare pen. And they are around here. People have seen them and stuff, or they'll get into a chicken coop once in a while. But I mean, they're ghosts. They're so hard to find. And I saw one trail down a rabbit trail, following rabbits, and I set snare after snare, power ram after power ram snare, and all I caught was rabbits. But you got to expect that if you're trapping on a rabbit run, right? So I smoke LD king size bold because I'm bold. No doubt, your coyote would be like my lynx. I'm going for 300 coyotes this winter, so we'll see if we make it or not. I'm hopeful. Whatever. It's going to be a lot of work. That's a lot of skinning and a lot of fur work. And I have a new idea for my fur room. It's gonna house a lot more fur. I'll show you guys that too once I get it rolling. Green Death. Oh, that chewing I think is almost worse for you than smoking. So those guys get lip cancer and oh shit. Whatever. None of it's really gonna prolong your life, right? They don't make shit for us that prolongs our life. Oh, bull. Cancel it right before I can read it. All right, we're starting to flow like a river now. And there's the coyotes again. That's weird. What the fuck you got there, Pete? No. I'll check in the daytime one day. I'll see it in the daytime one day. I don't know what the fuck it is at night. Oh, where are we now? I do too, brother. 300 is kind of, man, that's a lot of work. I think I can do it though. I really do. Well, you know what you got to do, Tom? You're going to have to quit working. Fishing's more important. You know what? That's what they've been calling me for work now. Well, you know what? I couldn't go to work all frickin' year because of this stupid COVID shit, and all of a sudden they need guys, so they just wipe this COVID shit off. I told them, you know what? I've got maybe 3-4 weeks left. I'm going to enjoy my life. I'm just kidding. No, I got more time than that. But I mean, I worked hard my whole life. I worked rigs. I worked Boilermate, everything. I've done everything. I hauled gyprock once for a year or two. I mean, I've worked hard. I deserve to enjoy my life now. 80 a carton. That's awesome. I bet you the mother kind I smoke are even less than that. I know I had a guy lined up in Melville. One of my buddies lined me up with him. They were buddies in Montreal. $40 a carton, but I had to take at least 10 cartons. I said, I'll take 2 cases at a time. And as we were about to do the deal, buddy fucked up and got thrown in jail for 20 years, and there went my smokes. That's right. Green Death. Actually, Steven, that's not what a giggy is. Yeah, you know what? I smoked since I was 15, so 45, almost 46 years now. And my lung feels great. Right on. I'm going to try winging this. I'm going to mess it up, I know. Have a good night. Mum to G. Fuck. That's not right. Damn it. If your name's Bob, I'm going to be pissed off that you're making me call you that. That's crazy. I'm sorry, man. I tried. Mum to G. Fuck. I don't know. I'm trying, man. I'm not very good at that. There's no tough guys out east. It's all the west guys that are tough. Come on. Good night, brother. Thanks for coming out, man. Always appreciate you. Mr. Eskimo. That'd be a lot easier than trying to pronounce that, but you know what? I tried. Mumty Fluck. Mumty. I'm an idiot. I can't help it. You know what, Sasky? Seeing as I worked 6 days and 7 hours this year, I probably won't have any shirts. I got one left, and I promised it to the guy in with all the land yesterday. So I will. I don't know what to say. If next year maybe it'll be a different year. Who knows? But I'm thinking if they're going to keep this shit up with this phony ass COVID stuff, I'm probably going to retire April 1st. Screw it. I got a good pension. Why the hell would I keep putting up with this shit, right? Smoke some cheese. Nice, Tommy. Well, you know what? I get a warning on my phone when I got like 15% left. I think we're going to go to there and then we'll shut her down. I'm not sure where we're at now. Oh, shit. We're still at 40%. We'll be good for a while yet. Damn, hair in my mouth. Where'd that come from? Yeah, it's pretty warm here. I'm going to set out some on Wednesday, just feelers to see what the dogs are like. I'm going to open a couple of them up and board them. So she got it right, though, Scab. It's spelled right and everything. All right, Boxy. From now on, we're going to call that bait rate the Boxy bait. Because there's a lot of baits I have that are on gray land. So, I mean, that's not the only one I got on gray land. I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on gray land. So, what the hell? That's the Boxy bait. How's that sound? Yeah, without the smell, though, right, Tom? Yeah, I pick up those beef, those hind legs and those beef, and I bend over the crook of my arm, 2 in each arm, and I walk in. I used to throw them on my shoulder, but my hair would be all greasy and shit from. And yeah, I probably smell like beef right now. Beefcake, that's me. Tommy, I thought you would get a kick out of that comment, and you never even commented back. Boxy's one of a kind, man. True gentleman. Heavy, you know what? It's always a pleasure. You know what? Go out and cut one of those frickin' chicken's heads off and put it in the soup pot. I don't know if his name's Bob or not, Steven. I just said that. Yep. Yeah, I can hardly wait till Boxy's site starts catching some dogs. He'll be so happy. He's never caught a coyote before, but he has set for them. So I'm thinking this winter Boxy's going to catch one too. I'll see if I can show him a couple little tricks on Wednesday. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll put a video out Tuesday, and then it'll be the last baiting one, hopefully. And then Wednesday, I'll set some rams. I'll show you what I'm doing. Thursday, we'll go check them and pull them. And then Friday, I'll let you see what the dogs look like when we're flipping them. How's that sound? Moose knuckle, moss knuckle, but I know what you mean. Moose knuckle beefcake painty host. Painty. I know what you mean, but yeah, I'm feeling a lot better than when I first started putting bait out. I'm feeling actually like I got the power coming back, so that's awesome. Stoning off. Night, Abby. You have a good night. Tom, I got the butcher and the Ross. I can get a ton of bait every day at 3 o'clock. So I should be all right. And once I start cutting coyotes up and throwing them in bait piles, those dogs quit coming to the bait piles in February, anyway, early February. So, master baiter. Hey, Willie, how you doing? It's good to be back on the line. I got to tell you, I'm in my happy place again. So pretty soon I'll have a big gray beard again, and won't be able to eat soup because I'm eating mustache and beard, and go to bite hamburger and it hurts like hell because I'm chewing my freaking hair off. Ah, the good times, the good times. I was actually thinking of not growing the beard this winter and just keeping it trimmed really close, but nah, we got to go total wild man. We got to go total wild man. The force is with me. Never thought of that, bud. Hmm. Well, that's the thing, Steven. That's what I did on Saturday, because a lot of people, like you included, work such stupid hours now that if I have it on a Sunday, you can't stay. If I have it on a Thursday, you can't stay. I mean, Saturday night seems to be the best night. I mean, I'm sorry to say they're probably going to stop when trapping season starts, but the hairy bearded clown. Ugh. See, I got something to say, but I'm not going to say it just because I'm a good guy. I'm not saying I'm not going to think it, and that's why I'm smiling into my hand. Oh, man. And I know you know what I'm thinking. Cigarette through you, I can, chops. Ah, okay. Totally different. You took a left, I took a right. I missed, but mine was funny though. Hopefully yours was too. Mine's hilarious. I'm still chuckling. That's kind of weird. The dogs are still fucking yipping out there, so they're probably jostling for food. There's lots out there. I mean, they don't have to. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think so, bud, but I don't have a watch. Actually, I do. I've got a 25-year Boilermaker watch, but I don't wear it very often. That's what I think is I'll do a Wednesday, and I'll be pretty meticulous showing you how I set them. And I'm not going to show you how I set every one if I'm setting them the same, but I'll make sure you know exactly what I'm doing, the hanging in the tree and all that shit, and and leaning on a tree, whatever. I'll show you exactly what I'm doing so that you can figure it out too. And then we'll do a catch one the next day and pick them all up, and then we'll do a skinning one on Friday, or flipping probably. I'm not going to show you skinning because I got no way to hold my damn phone, and that's all I actually cut into a old duct tape roll at different angles so I could set a camera up, but it's just too stupid and hard. Maybe I'll show you a little bit of skinning, but I won't be able to show you much. And then I'll show you when we're flipping them and what they look like and if we're going to wait or not. I really hope I don't have to wait because they're calling me, man. I'm sitting here and they're calling me. They're come and get us. We're not scared of you. Nothing drops. It's dark here. There's only, I don't know, half a dozen or a dozen stars in the sky too, and they're very hard to see through the cloud cover. I'll tell you what, when they're chasing down a deer in the bush, one coyote makes a lot of noise, but you can tell the difference. When there's a lot of them, you can tell whether they're barking over top and yipping over top of each other. You can tell. I mean, if you have any experience with them. If you don't, well, yeah, you can sit there and say, well, that's only one dog when it's really a half a dozen or more, right? I don't know who made the comment. I'm not trying to be a dick or anything. I'm just saying. There's a ash on there. That's what that was all about. But all the coyotes I heard tonight were single barks and yips, so a single bark comes from a single dog, so I don't think there should be any debate over that. But last night I'd come out for a piss and it was just constant. They were going off like crazy. And the thing that really surprised me today was the Lindsay bait was the only bait that had bait in it. And it's usually cleaned right out. But when I was there yesterday too, I never threw too much in it because I was trying to budget for the other baits behind it. The Lindsay bait is my third bait, so out of 9, so I got to kind of budget my bait. I don't know what that is. Probably COVID zombies is what I'm thinking. I know guys on here, Scab, have been talking about the Northern Lights and how bright they are. Well, I worked in the Beaufort Sea on drilling rigs, and they have no idea what the Northern Lights are. I'll tell you what, they are so beautiful up there. And they go over you, and like you'll see them in the distance, and they come towards you and go right past you. And like it's something to see, man, and you can hear them crackling. If you've never seen them in the Beaufort Sea or a Nuvik or Tuck, you really don't know what Northern Lights are. You can say you've seen them, but all you see is like a green fog is here. Up there, they're red and purple and blue and green, and it's crazy. It's beautiful, man. Yeah, it's a iPhone or no, a Samsung 9 is what I have. I would love to use my GoPro, but when I took it in under warranty, the kid started poking around with a paper clip to get my SD card out, or what? Not the SD card. Uh, whatever I had a 128 gig card in there, whatever you call it, and with a paper clip and like almost like a metal nail file. And he had a whore of a time, and I said, "You think that's helping anything? You poking in there?" And he stopped, and they sent it in, got the card out and everything, and said, "Well, we're not going to honor it because you were obviously trying to get it out with some mechanical means." And it was their own fucking asshole in there. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It was him scratching it, and they wouldn't honor my package that I paid $160 for extended warranty. So I'll never deal with. Here you go. Visions Electronics can go fuck themselves. I'm gonna go in there and tell them I'm looking for a 61-inch TV, and when they show me all their shit, I'm gonna say, "Yeah, you guys fucked me on my GoPro. I'm gonna go across the street to so and so. Fuck them." So you got an idea, Scab, what I'm talking about. Cold Lake's not even close to as far as I was up there, but the reds, the purples, the colors, it's just something. And they dance across the sky. I don't know how else to put it. So beautiful. It's working the rigs, and you'd have to stop in the middle of a connection and watch. It was so beautiful sometimes. Everything outdoors. Well, it's about damn time. Glad you could make it, brother. Yeah, bud, that's where I was up north of the Northwest Territories, so. Oh, bullshit. They could so. They just didn't want to. They were all ready to say, well, this guy will do it. He's a private guy. He'll charge you. They just crooks. Illusion or Visions is a bunch of crooks. They pissed me off. What'd I miss? Oh. Rainbow. I don't know if Sears is still around or not. I know I had friends that worked there and they got paid out and everything and gone, so. My address for mailing address, you mean? Get a pen, Sasky, if that's what you mean. They are still Sears, Bud? I didn't know there were. Yeah, that's what I thought, Sasky. Like I said, my buddies all got paid out and their retirement and everything and paid out. I'm calm, Tommy. Don't worry. Let me know when you got a pen, Sasky. Probably got one right now. That's what you bet TNT means, probably. Dwayne Lazar, box 35, as in triple nickel, 35. Bank End, Saskatchewan, S0A0G0. And if you didn't get that, just say I didn't get it all and I'll do it again. Huh, I didn't know there were any Sears left, man. I really didn't. I actually worked there for a while. I remember my boss pissed me off one day and I punched the fridge and it spun and fell on its back and that was it. I was done. I quit. I didn't get fired or nothing. I said to the big boss, if I don't go home right now, I'm ripping that guy's head off and shitting down his neck. Ryan is not trapping. He's doing something with his, he's got like a sawmill business going now. I talked to Andy. Andy called me one day and, okay, Sasky, right on, brother. He called me and, well, we chatted for an hour one day, some Sunday. Said he was surprised I didn't come down there because I'm always there for those shutdowns. I said, they're trying to make us do this, jump through hoops for this fucking COVID bullshit, and TNT don't play that game. Arenac. Aranac. I don't know. Hey, Tommy, I was wondering, what are you drinking now? Are you still OB? Nah, that don't sound right. You were drinking some light beer, I thought. Oh, I can't remember. Oops, missed a few. Got it, brother. I only know Saginaw, Michigan. In Saginaw, Michigan. Some song, I can't remember who sang it. Your old boss's nickname was Wad TNT. Yeah, wannabe TNT guy. Miller Lite, there you go. How is your waistline doing? Is it under 60 again? I'm just fucking with you, Tom. I'm just kidding, man. I know what you meant, Matt. I get dink fingers too typing on this thing. Don't even feel bad. I got no idea where that is. That's the only Saginaw, Michigan. I don't even remember the song or who sang it. Bull, where haven't you lived though, man? You're like the littlest hobo, man. Everywhere you've been. 8 to 12 pointer. So when you talk 12 pointer, you guys are talking 6x6, right? Because we always call them like 4x4, 3x3, or the biggest one I ever saw was a 9x9. But seen a lot of 6x6s. I'm not sure what that big one I have in the semi is. I think he's a 5x5, but he was all of 160. Ah, so you just count them all together, right? Gotcha. I got one hanging on my wall in the living room. You guys might have seen it in my videos. When he sits up, when I got him level on the wall, all his tines are right at the same distance from the ceiling. He's got, I can't remember what they are, 12 3/4 inch brow tines. That's why I got him, was for the brow tines. That's why I had him mounted. He's a 4x4, but I was so impressed with those brow tines. They missed the world record by like 1/4 inch or something. Yeah, we count brow tines too. I'm going to Jackson. Yeah, here we go again. Get drunk and I start singing. 23 KC, my fishing brother. How are you, little brother? I'm glad you could make it. We don't know when to quit because TNT got into the alcohol again, so we don't know what we're doing here. We're sitting outside though. It's a beautiful night. Wow. Other than how cold it is, but I mean, shit don't bother me. Oops. Addison, Michigan, I assume. Good to see you too, little brother. Sure nailing them fish on that night or whatever, that explosive one you just did. No, stupid arrow, get out of here. I'm trying to see what 23 KC has to say. What the heck? How do you get rid of that blue arrow on that side? Life's good, buddy. Only on whitetails, not muleys. You don't count the brow tines on muleys? I've actually only ever shot one muley, and that's the story for another time. That's right, Tom. We are going to mess around in Jackson till the sun goes down. Sorry, everybody. I was really tired, and now I'm not feeling that tired anymore. But I know what tomorrow is. Tomorrow is clean up the skinning basement and get shit ready for those dogs coming on. What day are those dogs coming again, guys? I forgot. Do you remember? See if you're paying attention. No, you're not going to win a t-shirt if you get it right. We got no t-shirts left. I'll tell you what, Chad sent me a shirt, a long sleeve, a gun shirt. Nice shirt. Really liked it. Yeah, it's nothing worse than a bunch of flies when you're trying to. Please don't hit my truck backing out. Ooh, good job. That might be Pete. Where the hell would Pete be going? Or his boy. I can't tell if it's a truck or what it is. That's a truck. Yeah, the last Thursdays. That's right, Steven. The last thing you need is flies laying eggs when you're harvesting your deer. 61. Bull, what's 61? $250. I sure hope I'm not asking questions that I don't remember. Love you, Bull. You're a good guy. Pretty sure my bed's gonna feel awesome when I hit it tonight. Get up in the morning. I got my rear tires on my side by side. I got to keep those things at exactly the same because it's a hard drive shaft. So I mean, the driver's side one's a little lower, and I mean by a little, I mean probably they need about 10 pounds in each one, and it's probably only 5 in the left one. So I got to make sure I top that shit off. Or ants, exactly. I usually carry a snatch block with me when I'm deer hunting if I'm in my when I was in the Argo, and I will in the side by side too, and I can pull them up right. You're a bad bugger, Bull. I love it. You did. You are probably wearing it right now as we speak. I wonder if that was Pete that buggered off. He's had enough of my shit. Going to my house, probably. Whatever, he has a key. Little brother, I don't know. Hey, Pete! Maybe not. I just heard somebody inside the door, so. I'm pretty sure that wasn't Jaden that drove out in his car. Well, guys, it's been going really good. Like I said, you know what? I'm over 715,000 views. And you know, I don't do very many 2-minute videos. They're all 20-minute videos. So when you think about it, 715,000 plus at 20 minutes, every 3 of them is an hour. So we're looking at like 250,000 hours, which is years. So you guys have been awesome. I'm not ready to go yet. I still got beer left, but if you got to go, don't worry about hurting my feelings because I have not got any of them. So, well, you guys are still talking. I didn't know that. Bovine TB thing going on. Huh. Well, I know a bovine's cattle. TB, I don't know what that is. I don't know. But Lonnie has got me a beef. He called me and told me he's bringing me some pigs that died at the pig barn. They average 300 pounds in weight, and there's 300 of them. I said, if you bring me 300 dead fucking pigs, I'll never talk to you again. Gotcha, everything. You know, I've never had that either, bud, so, because I am one healthy MF. You know what MF is? Yeah, me neither. Tuberculosis, man, kills more people than COVID by like a lot. Thursday will be skinning night. It's a bad day. It was bad when I lived up there. Yeah. Master Furrier. I like it, bud. Awesome. You know what? They're doing that again, Scab. They're letting you get your deer tag, and your deer tag is antlers or antlerless. And then they're letting you get a second one this year for antlerless. So I'm thinking maybe I'm catching too many coyotes and they're not eating enough deer as far as the government's concerned. Or more likely is the government's trying to starve the people. But that's my opinion. Wow, sure, a lot of empty beer cans on your table. Pete, you should clean this up once in a while. Oh, wait a minute. No, they're all mine. Never mind. Yeah, you know what you pay for them now, Scab? Everything outdoors, you got it, buddy. First one goes to Scott. Oh, jeez. Scott, I gotta go back and see how we pronounce it. Lockled? No, that's not right. I forgot. Scott, though. I was calling him Laughlin, but that's not Lachlan. There he is. Lachlan. I've had a beer or two, you guys. Don't hate me because I'm beautiful, please. Don't. Don't even. Yeah, right now, Scab, military don't pay nothing for fishing licenses or hunting licenses, which I can't understand because our government up here hates the military. So I don't understand what's going on there. You know what, Matt? As far as I heard, they kicked the Chinese out, but I don't believe that for a second either. I'm going to tell you what I do believe, whether you want to hear it or not, though. I do believe that China has something on Trudeau, and I'm thinking adrenochrome. And he's more than willing to sacrifice Canada so that he doesn't look like a dick. My opinion. What? 6 deer? With 6 deer, 2 Wow, we're allowed 1 deer up here, and you guys have seen my videos where 100 of them run by in my trap line. I don't know what that tag is, but I'll tell you what, I paid $55 for a trapping license this year, and I'm almost positive 2 years ago I paid 31 or 36. I'm not sure which it was. My first one was $2. Yeah, that's true, Scab. Compared to ours, they are very small. Well, you know what, Stephen, as far as the UN goes, I will consider them an invading foreign army. If I see those blue cocksuckers coming, I'm not belt fed, but you know what? I'm well fed. So, and you know what? If I can take a dozen or two with me, 24 to 1 is not a bad fucking odd, right? So, true story, Matt. Absolutely. Well, we're starting to turn into politics, aren't we, Stephen? Oh, you know what? That Australia shit. Lonnie, what the hell? We were just talking about you. I don't know about needing a bigger gun, but I'm pretty good in the bush. I move pretty quiet and I'm fast. Well, I mean, for a fat guy, right? Gotcha, Stephen. I know I've shot bucks before that were 300 pounds and plus, so I do remember watching a Texas video and they were deer hunting out of a tree stand, and this monster buck come walking down the trail. he was all rack and cock, right, this buck. And they shot him and walked over to him, and he was like a Doberman sized deer. It's funny. I thought he was a monster. That's what Full Metal Jacket are for, bud. Long enough to jump in the house right away and grab my other pack of smokes. Yeah, I believe you, Scab. I know you know more about weapons than I do, other than I am a very good shot. If I knew more about weapons like you, though, I'd probably make me even a better shot. But so you're out of Hinton then, buddy, or are you still in Hinton? Oh, for crying out loud! Really, you guys still there? 23. I've been so busy the last 22 days baiting. I like going out in October. That's my favorite time to go fishing because nobody else goes. And don't be too surprised if those dogs are blue on Thursday, Friday, that I go fishing on the weekend. So I got 151 of them. 126 Coyote, pardon me, 126 Wolfmaster, and 25 Coyote for the tighter spots. Like I got about a mile of crossover bush that they just go through in so many places, but they're tight, right? A deer would never go through them. So that's where I'm going to use the Coyote ones, all the tight spots. But when it's wide open, I'll be definitely using Wolfmaster. I have over 500 traps. So, I mean, I'm not suffering. I've got everything from number 5 bridgers down to number zeros. I've got every conibear you can get. I'm all right. I don't have all the rams, but I mean, catching mink with a power ram, that's just wrong. Yeah, that's me, Scab. Cops, you and Sharon have a great night. Uh, I wish I could get out to see you, man, but I think you guys are going to have to come and see me. Oh, I don't know. You know what? Our beaver have had a hard enough time without TNT fucking descending upon them. There's no water here, everything outdoors. I mean, guys are calling me, yeah, I got beaver, and I show up, and all that's left for water is their bottom, where they travel in the bottom. You know what I mean, where it's dug out in the bottom, and it's got enough water to maybe support a mink running through it, but I don't know what to say. I just don't feel like being that guy. You know what? I did set out some poplar for him, and I just haven't been able to get in there because it's very wet in there. So I'm going to go tomorrow and check, or the next day. I'm not sure. I'll probably do it when I'm baiting. I'll drive in there. Yeah, we got no water here, man. Every one of our sloughs is white, like alkali white, and no water. Not at all. Lonnie, I'm going to set some rams on Wednesday. Hopefully, I mean, stranger things could happen, but I hope I pick up a couple on Thursday. Friday, I'll do a video showing what they look like, and if they're ready to go, man, I've only been ready for 20 months, so it will be hair straight back until March, middle of March. So 17:17. How can that even be right? We've been on for hours. Huh. Steven, I've got the Conover, I've got the Belial, I've got the Duke. The only reason I bought Duke 330 is because I was picking up a dozen of them at Halford's in Edmonton for like $180. So how can you pass that up? $12 for a 330. Okay, maybe they don't have the holding power of a Belial, but if you set that thing right, it's gonna hold a beaver, right? I've proven that with the 1,000 I've caught since I've been out here. I mean, I don't know what else to say. Those traps are designed to hold an animal. If you're not gonna set it right, okay, you're not gonna catch your. But if you do everything that you're supposed to do, it shouldn't matter what you use. I do like Belial because the muskrat can swim through it, and it'll hold them by the tail, right? Whereas the 330 Duke won't hold them by a tail. But I've also had them in a trap before where they weren't even caught. Their tail was through, but the bar hit them in the head, and they're just floating right there, eh? So, I mean, it's all how you set them, right? Bud. Maybe. You never know. I don't know. It's pretty dry out, though. Had over 2 inches of rain, though, so on Wednesday, Thursday, so 350 Legends, nice rifle. Depends how much powder you put in Sasky, what kind of load you put behind it, I would think. Lonnie, you've been saying that, buddy. But while you're here, I just want to let you know that if you bring me 300 fucking pound pigs this winter, I don't even know you, okay? That's funny. I think it'll be a great year, and I'm glad you're coming at Christmas time to help out. That week should be awesome. We'll have a lot of fun and cut a couple videos and I got 20 minutes and 23 seconds, and I know that's bullshit because for some reason, it went reconnecting. So I wish I had a 50 cal single shot, burst of 3, and full automatic. Not that I could afford to go full automatic, but sometimes you can't afford not to go full automatic. Oh, really? Bill Duke. That'd be something. Lonnie's been in that truck a long time. Good guy, Lonnie. He stopped in Foam Lake a couple of times. We went for dinner a couple of times. April 1st, I took him around the trap line. He really liked Lindsay's. He thought that was a gold mine, and it is. They're all gold mines, so that's why I'm there. Lonnie's a good guy, man. But 300 pigs that are dead and weigh 300 pounds is 90,000 pounds of bait. I just want to throw that out there. That's too much bait. I could bait most of Saskatchewan with that, for crying out loud. I wouldn't hate having 30 of them, but one pig weighs 300 pounds. I throw that on my sled. That's all I can get on there. One pig a day. That's 300 days. That's almost a year. Lonnie knows that too, man. Lonnie, cut that in half. I don't even know how I would cut them if they're that big. I've got a reciprocating saw, but even an 18-inch blade won't go through it unless I suck it right up beside him, and then I'm throwing all that pork fat into my. Oh man, come on. Yeah, that won't f up my chainsaw at all, Bull. I'll tell you what, Lonnie, if it's that easy, cut them in half before you bring them. That'll slow you down, maybe. You guys, I've got premium bait. You see the bait I get. Doesn't cost me anything other than gas to go get it and everything, but well, gee, Lonnie, I can see by all the people on here saying chainsaw that they'll take all those pigs. Hmm. No, I'd take 30 of them, but any more than that's just too much. I don't even have 10 bait pals. That's 3 per bait pal, 1,000 pounds each. Honestly, yeah, I would. You cut them in half, and I'm not talking like when it's standing there, front half, back half. I'm talking spread those legs and right from top to bottom. Then I can cut them with my reciprocating saw. Might even take 60 of them if you did that. And Northern Trapper, honestly, he's cutting 300-pound pigs with his chainsaw. Come on. I got to run in and grab my smokes. 2506. Hey, Pete? Oh, I thought you left. Hey, Abby Dabby. How's that big black dog? Kill any coyotes lately? You have no idea what I'm talking. I might as well be talking Swedish, right? Or Hungarian or something. Where are we? That wasn't Pete that left. He's still laying on the couch. 17-year-old boy's getting more tail than Pete and me put together, for crying out loud. Oh, that's a good story, Willie. How you doing, Willie, by the way? Pete and his sister are fighting. That's Pete's land. But she's going in there and they're cutting hay for the cattle. Well, Pete's getting all pissed off because she demands that hay now. And so he went in and dissed it all. I told him it's about time you went and dissed it again, Pete. And he said, why? I said, because my trail's finally getting packed down in there and you can't have it easy for me, right? He just laughed. He don't give a shit. I'm pretty sure that he could have went in with his sprayer and T4D, 2,4-D or Roundup all that shit, and it would have been the same thing, and I could at least drive on it. So I don't know why him and her are fighting. I know she's a lot bigger than Pete is. Oh, Steven. Oh, my God. That food was incredible. That is a Ukrainian spread right there, I'm telling you. I ate and ate and ate as much as I could, and I still had probably more for supper the next night. That's how much food there was there. That was awesome. I look forward to all the holidays because she does that for me. And all it takes me is I got a rototiller garden. She's got a little garden that takes me less than, I don't know, a half an hour to rotate with that rototill with that tractor I got. So they're all like, oh, we want to pay you for rototilling. And I said, you know what? I don't want meat or I don't want money. Just, give me something back. And the other girl, Christy, her and her husband, gave me a 48 pack of eggs. I love eggs. I'll tell you what, I eat 4 or 6 of them for breakfast almost every morning, except when I'm baiting. I don't seem to eat anything. And they brought me that and a rhubarb pineapple cake. And I'll tell you what, it's the best cake I ever had in my life. And I feel like, you know what, I don't need money. Just do something nice back, right? If I'm doing something nice for you, and if you're walking by me, you better fucking say hi or you ain't getting your garden done, right? So I just told him that, and you know what? It's all good now. So Gail's an awesome neighbor, though. So no shit, Willie. I drive in there at about a half a kilometer an hour in 4-wheel drive just because I want it moving all at the same uniform speed. I did drive where it didn't quite flip the sod over, so I just packed it back in. So I'm sure when he goes back out there, it won't be any better though. Told me by the fall it will be smooth, and I believe that. Like I got nothing. I don't believe it. Steven, did I mention there was deviled eggs? And yeah, I did mention that too. Awesome. How could that happen, Lonnie? Your hired man almost hit that moose, and you couldn't believe it. So you got a meat saw, Lonnie? You should be able to cut them pork into bite-sized pieces, then, buddy. You should have hit the elk because that's pretty good meat. Tenderize it a little bit when you hit it. All right, guys. We hit 15% battery power, so we got to start thinking about shutting her down. Well, that was a pretty good live, though. We were doing it for 3 hours, I'd have to think, anyway. Where was my clock? 9:23. 3.5 hours, yep. What's that X all about? I don't want to touch it because who knows what that X would be. shut us right down, I think. I like my little 5.56. I just wish I had something that was belt fed so I could go. I never did get a scale, no. Well, I'm glad you never hit him, Lonnie. You've had enough shitty luck for 1 year. I'm not just going to cut everybody off, but we're going to have to call it pretty quick. So, like I said, I only have one beer left, and that's usually my way home. It is almost 5 miles from here, so. And I like throwing a beer can on Pete's Road because he has to stop and pick them up. And the one I threw on the way in, it bounced 3 or 4 times and stood up on the road. So I love it when that happens. Pete, on the other hand, he's not so crazy about it, but he was a dick tonight, so I don't mind leaving a couple on the road. Maybe I'll take all these empties and throw them out too on his road. I'll make sure they're like a couple 100 yards apart though too, so that he has to stop several times, not just once. Now he's already got me smoking outside and blah blah blah. What else can he can do a lot worse, so. Fish and Trap, thanks for coming out, man. Really appreciate it. You guys all add something. Each one of you know what? They all add something to the old TNT Maniac Army. I will, Lonnie. I will do that for sure. I'll let you know how it's going. Hey, bud. Thanks for coming out, man. It's going to happen, Steven. You know it. I know it. I'm pretty sure everybody knows it from the bait piles. If I set a half a dozen rams and catch nothing, I will probably hang my shit up. I won't believe it. I don't think that can happen. That was pretty good, Scab. If this is Scab and not somebody killed Scab and is now on my live, is probably more believable. Willie, I'm pretty happy again. I that industrial work shit, you know what? They don't give a fuck about you. You could die and they'll replace you in the next day. And I can't be replaced out here in a day. I know that for a fact. Thanks, Bull. You know what? I hope I don't disappoint you, man. Depends what I'm hunting, but I do like my 243. It's quick and it kills stuff. Gotcha, Lonnie. I will. I'll leave a message. It'll be something totally off the wall and crazy. Stupid mustache with the white in it. Looks like I got snot hanging on my nose, but it was mustache. There, like that. Look at that big chunk. Until I do that, then it's gone. Big chunk. It's gone. Big chunk. And it's gone. That's so stupid. Sorry, guys. One last cheers. Thanks for coming out, Maniac Army. Without you guys, this is just some guy talking to himself. So I love you all. You know that. You guys, one more baiting video, and then we're gonna start necktying dogs. Then my baiting video, this one I'm throwing out a lot of shout outs and you guys just because I don't mention you doesn't mean I'm not thinking about you. There's a lot of them golden grahams going through my head walking through the bush, so I can't remember everybody. And you know what? I appreciate each and every one of you. So where's that finger? There it is. Holy crap! Look at the size of that thing. You guys, love all of you. You know that. I'm nothing without you. Keep moving forward.